5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, party people? As I have to lower the TV. Yankees versus Guardians, game 3 of the series, rubber match of the 3-game set. Yesterday was an off day for the dog, which is a good thing because the Yankees got shut out. Really would have hated to have to stream that one and suffer through 9 innings of ridiculousness. But if you need a win, no better pitcher on the roster than Max Fried, 6-0 coming off Yankees losses. So that's always good. He's still undefeated. Comes in with an ERA of 1.91. Let's see. Jason Dominguez is back in the lineup. Strike 2 to Stephen Kwan. Oh, got him swinging. Strike 3. All right, 1 out, 1 strikeout. What's going on in the chat? Nikki T, what's up, brother? Chilling, sir. Oh, man. Have to rush dinner for the fam. Mets 2128. What's up, little brother? Hey, dog. What's up, Mets? I just caught the end of that Met game, man. That was tough. That was definitely tough. You guys, blew a 3-run lead. Put the link in the chat. Angel Martinez down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down, both on strikeouts swinging. Max Fried, man. Corey Blazer behind the plate. He's pitcher friendly. Yeah, you guys know how much I hate that. These umpires stink as it is. Little brother Met says, don't remind. I could find solace that we took 4 of the 7 from LA. Yeah. Could beat him more than that, too.
Should have been 6 out of 7, to be honest.
Yeah, you're not going to win them all. But, I mean, you won a 7-game series. Like, 4 out of 7. That's good.
I'm just saying.
Uh-huh.
The Tuesday night game basically boiled down to bullpen gambling again. I mean, in what universe is it logical to bring Huascar Brazaban in for the ninth and to close out the ninth when he threw 32 pitches the previous night?
Yeah, that's overusage. That's how you get guys hurt. Relievers especially.
Huascar should not have been in there. I understand Diaz being used 3 straight days. Fine. And you don't want to put him in. Fine. I get that. But you could have you could have at least let Garrett throw one more inning.
Well, I mean, you guys had the lead, bro. You guys you left 13 runners on base. You had Beatty's throwing error. You guys had runners on third with less than 2 outs. Couldn't get the guy in multiple times. Like, it's baseball, dude.
I know. And then today's game. Okay, I was not aware that Lindor had broken the pinky toe in his right foot, so I was wondering where the hell he was. I'll give Mendoza a pass on that for lineup gambling.
That's not gambling. The guy's hurt.
I was going to initially accuse him of that until I found out what happened, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is this. You could have put in Mauricio for Beatty at third for one play, if just to avoid that screw up. Or, I don't know, maybe put in Stanek in the 8th and then have Garrett for the 9th, Garrett or Diaz for the 9th if it got that far.
Well, Diaz was warming up in the bullpen in case he went to the 10th inning.
Bottom of the 9th, you mean?
Yeah, he was. I saw him warming up in the 9th inning. No, they said Jose Ramirez got on an infield single, goes to second base on an errant pickoff throw. Runner on second, 2 outs, 2-0 count to Fry. That's what the Mets announcer said. I put the game on before I started this game.
It was a missed catch on the pickoff attempt error.
Is that what they're giving that error to
Rice? Yeah.
Rice? Okay, yeah, E3. That's what the Mets announce crew said. They said he'd be on it in the 10th inning, so I just took their word for it. DJ in the house. Good evening, Murdo. Go off to eat my grilled pork chops for dinner. Stop by and hit the like button. That's because you're a G. Anyone new here, hit that like button, subscribe. Hell yeah. Hi, Mets. Happy the Knicks fired Tin Man Thibodeau?
Ironically enough, yes and no. Yes, I am glad he's gone because now we can finally get some adaptability from a coach who doesn't run his starters into the fucking ground like he did.
Hey, PG show.
Okay, into the damn ground. That better?
Yeah, it's better than the other word. Hey, yo. Stephanie McAllister house. What's up, Steph? Good to see you.
I thought they'd give him at least one more year at most to try to get it right. But again, we know Tin Man Tibby wasn't going to change. I mean, the fact that Cat was such a defensive liability in the conference finals. And basically, he constantly fell into drop coverage just to spite the Tin Man.
Well, what are you going to do? If you don't think Cat's a good enough defender, what are you not going to play him?
Well, I'm just saying, think of it like this. In Minnesota, Tibbs got fired because Cat moaned, you know what, and complained about Tibbs pushing him too hard. This year, Tibbs takes the opposite approach with Cat, blows up in his face because Cat's being too passive defensively, and Tibbs is not calling him out on it, and makes him look like a hypocrite to the other players, so they basically stage a coup and tell the front office to get rid of him.
Well, do you think it had anything to do with the foul trouble that the Knicks were getting into early? That he had to play more passively to not get ticky-tack fouls called on him?
No, I meant to say Tibbs' handling of Cat was more passive.
Okay.
My bad. I mean, he wasn't being as much of a hard you-know-what on Cat this year than he was when they were in Minnesota, and people called him out on it. Calling Tibbs a hypocrite. You're going so hard on us. Why don't you hold Cat accountable for his own stupid blunders? And instead, he doesn't. Cat sees this as a signal to get lazy, and it gets him fired.
Well, I think there was more of a public outcry about running the team into the ground.
Oh, and those rumors I've been hearing about Leon Rose being interested in KD, can you switch to me for a sec? I'm going to go off on this.
No cursing.
fine. Leon, I'm going to be freaking blunt with you. Doing that kind of a short-sighted trade to get KD is what the big-name player that's past his prime like KD is now, is what doomed the Knicks in the 2000s because Isaiah Thomas was a dim-witted spendthrift. You going after KD, my word is this. No, no, balls to the F, no! You do that, you set the Knicks back years. Because KD is as much a prima donna as LeBron, perhaps even more so.
Good. DJ says, Stephanie, Nick, welcome. Mets, who would you like to coach the Knicks?
A lot of the pundits want Johnny Bryant, but I'm going the logical route and saying Mike Malone just because he's a lighter version of Tim Mantibby.
Oh, come on. That's they just squeezed Freed. So the Guardians are running on him. Jose Ramirez already stole second base and third base, and then Fry steals second base. His first steal of the year. Like, that's 3 stolen bases.
You think Freed is a little riled after his last outing?
Actually, wait. They didn't. Oh no, sorry. He went to second on the error or the error on Rice. All right, DJ, enjoy your pork chops. Chew multiple times, like 25 times, I think it is, before you swallow.
They say 32.
I was gonna say 35. Is it 32?
Yeah,
Santana pops it up.
But I do 40 chews.
40. Oh, you count?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Santana pops up to Ben Rice to end the inning. So after half an inning, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left on, and the error by Ben Rice. Coming up for the Yankees, Grisham, Rice, and Judge, followed by Bellinger, Chisholm, Volpe. Dominguez is back in the lineup. I think he had a jammed finger. He's hitting 7th. Austin Wells hitting 8th, and Peraza hitting 9th.
Is saying balls no an obscenity?
Is what? Balls no?
Yeah.
Balls no?
Balls.
No, I don't think if you say balls, I don't think that's really bad. It's really the F-bombs, the mother F-bombs, I think that's really what it does.
Next thing you know, you're going to need to install a V chip in my head.
Yeah, we're going to have to hypnotize you.
You don't remember the South Park movie where Carmen got that V chip installed in his head, right?
Cartman?
Yeah. Basically because he sang his favorite song about Pal's mother, the one where he calls her.
Yeah. Fat effing. Yeah.
Has a V chip installed in his head that every time he curses, fries him.
Yes. I did see that one.
And then because of a power surge, it flips up the script to where the shocks come outwardly rather than inwardly.
Slade, I don't know if it's Ciccone or Ciccone on the mound for the I was about to say the Indians. Guardians.
Give me back.
He's got a bunch of pitches, but he does come in with a 5.28 ERA. Let's hope the Yankees could hit him around real good. Real good. All right, here's Grisham hitting 244 with 13 homers, 26 RBIs. What do you think? First batter homer?
Probably not. I don't know.
I think he's done that a lot. Got a little bit of wishful thinking going on. I'm trying to manifest it. 2-1 count to Grisham. Yankees come in with a 37-23 record. Cleveland is 33-27. That's a 4-game difference.
Yeah, Cleveland stuck in the middle of a fight for just to get into the wild card with the 8 back at Detroit, who actually lost today to Chicago.
Detroit lost to Chicago. Wow, 3-2. See? Just like that. Team with the best record in baseball could lose to one of the worst teams in baseball.
And then again, you have Atlanta going into the ninth with a 10-4 lead, and they squander it.
Mets, have you had a nap today?
I just got off the clock about 2 hours ago.
You have to wind down. We don't need you having a heart attack.
I mean, look, any day the Braves lose, I'm happy. I just didn't think it would be like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 11-10.
A 7-run ninth.
What's up, Michael?
What's going
Hey,
on?
Mike.
Hey, what's up?
Here's Ben Rice, 2-0 count.
So Matt Creed already threw 30 pitches. Not good. They're already in the first inning. That's not a good start.
Yeah, I'm telling you, his confidence is a little shaken after the Dodger outing.
Yeah.
I don't know. You think so?
About what? The
That he's a
Dodgers?
little shaken after the Dodger outing last Friday.
I wouldn't say his confidence is
I
shaken.
mean, yeah, I wasn't like blown away from that performance. Well, it was really the bullpen. He gave up 4 runs, which is not good, but you have to like blame that on the bullpen. The bullpen blew the lead. He gave up 4 runs, but yeah, it was really the bullpen that was responsible for that because he didn't give up the lead, Freed. But
I was still charged to him.
But yeah, true. But I think they probably should have maybe like left him in because I understand like he gave up the 4 runs, but I don't know why you're going with the DeSantos. Like that guy sucks. Like why would you go to that guy when he couldn't get anybody out? And the other guy, the other bum they put in there, Tim Hill. That guy's a bum. He sucks. So I mean.
I like Tim Hill. He's had a rough couple out, maybe last 4 have been shaky.
He's mid.
I mean, he might have overperformed last year, but he was rock solid for us in the playoffs.
Yeah, he had a lot of scares though. He was an adventure. What about when he had all the bases loaded? I mean, he was okay. I mean, I don't think he was like, what do you call it? Like that lefty we used to have back in the day, Mike Stanton. I mean, he's okay. I mean,
Where'd it get him?
From the Padres.
No, where the ball hit Judge?
Like right here. I don't know. He has a guard, but
it looks like it hit him on the shoulder. I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
That was nothing.
Mostly hit him in the elbow guard. That actually is higher. It's like here.
But
at least it's not the Kevin Pillar hit.
I'm just worried about this Freed now. I hope he's not going to lay another egg like he did the last outing. I mean,
I think it'll be fine.
At least Judge didn't take the Kevin Pillar shot.
Yeah, you just got to worry about that pitch count though. That's not 30 pitches in the first inning is not good. I mean, that's
28, and he's
only going to go 5 innings. That's about it. He's not going 7, 8 innings.
Well, if he gets through 6, I'll be happy.
I mean, yeah, you usually see 28 pitches in the 3rd inning, not the 1st inning.
Damn, Cody's just swinging through fastballs.
Yeah, he always does it. He's a free swinger. He swifts at everything.
Oh, these are like beautiful strikes.
One under it. Inning over.
This guy only threw 13 pitches.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out. I'm always a big guy on making the pitches work. But it seems like when the pitcher comes in against the Yankees with like a over 5 ERA, they're more free swinging.
Yeah, they always do that. They never hit these type of pitches. They always lose to horrible pitches, the Yankees. They make them look like Cy Youngs, these guys. I mean, these guys have 6, 7 ERAs, and we can't hit them. Go figure that. And then we can hit the pitches that are like Cy Young caliber guys, but we can't hit these type of pitches. That's why the Yankees are a horrible offense. They're poorly constructed. That's not a baseball team. You can't suck against bad pitching, but you can hit great pitching. What the hell is that?
I think they get away from the fundamentals of hitting. When they see an ERA that bloated, they're like, "Oh, feast time," and they
try
start
to
making their decisions.
Yeah, they try too hard. But no other team struggles against bad pitching except them. Like if this was any other baseball team, they would destroy all these bad pitches. But the Yankees, with them, is live and die by the long ball, and yeah, you know what you're going to get from them, and they don't put up a lot of runs, and it should be a blowout, but not the Yankees.
Nope.
My thoughts on Aaron Rodgers becoming a Steeler, about time. I mean, in all honesty, that was the only place he could go, Pittsburgh.
It's worst kept secret. We've known this for like 2-3 months that he was going to be there.
I know. I'm just saying, about time they finally finalized something.
Who are you talking about?
Rodgers.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers. He went to the Steelers?
Well, I think he's going to sign with them this week or something. Yeah. But it was good because it's like I think he wanted, like, this is what Aaron does. Like, he wants everyone talking about him. What's Aaron going to do?
Yeah.
This time, no one cared. They were just like, yeah, he'll either be with the Steelers or retire. No one else wants him. So no need to incessantly talk about it.
At this point, he's basically going to finally end the consistency streak of the Steelers when it comes to making at least being above 500. He'll cast Tomlin as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Then he'll walk.
I thought he was going to go to the Raiders or like one of the California teams because he's from there. He's from like California, so I thought he was going to go to one of those teams. But
who has an opening?
Yeah, well, nobody
Raiders? No, they just got Geno.
Oh, yeah.
49ers just gave a huge deal to Purdy.
Yeah, well, 49ers, I forgot. Yeah, well, the Rams, they have a quarterback, so.
That's Stafford. There's no sense in getting rid of Stafford for a year of Rodgers.
And the Chargers, I think they have somebody too, don't they?
Yeah. Justin Herbert.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the better young quarterbacks in football. So,
yeah.
DB in the house. What's up, dude?
I mean, it was just basically Brett Favre 2.0 again.
No, Brett Favre had the Jets at like 10-3 or something when he got hurt.
Yeah. I mean, they almost made the playoffs, but they blew that. By the way, they lost those last 2-3 games, and they would have gotten to the playoffs. All they had to do was win. I think they only had to win 2 games, right, to get into the playoffs.
Well, I think he tore his bicep. They were 10-3, and he tore his bicep. So I think he was playing with it too. And then it just got bad. He couldn't put anything on the throws, and it just when you rely on a backup quarterback, you can't really expect. I think they lost the last 3 games and just missed it.
Yeah.
But even if they made the playoffs, he would have still been out. They would have.
Oh yeah, no, they weren't going to win, but
would have got beat. But with them, I remember they beat the Tennessee Titans were like 10-0, and they went in there and beat them.
Yeah.
That was a fun team while Brett was healthy. 1-2 count to Naylor. One out here.
The Mets split with the Dodgers, right?
I think they did split, yeah.
Yeah, they lost. They lost today. They actually had a 4-0 lead and they blew it.
Mm-hmm.
The Mets, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that before this game started.
Week 1 Jets Steelers. I haven't been this excited.
Who cares? I'm a Jet fan. I don't give a shit at all.
Well, think about it. You get revenge on Aaron.
What's revenge for what?
Basically, sabotaging the team out of spite.
He didn't sabotage the team. I don't scapegoat Aaron Rodgers, man.
And the Knicks fired Thibodeau. I wonder who's getting the next coach now. Everyone's saying it was a terrible move.
I don't think it was a terrible move.
In hindsight, when you think about it, Thibodeau is what I call him, a tin soldier,
Yeah.
metal-minded, one-track mindset, one play style, little to no adaptability, Michael.
Yeah.
It was for the best we sent him to the junkyard.
Well, I think it was probably the right move. I wish the Yankees could fire around. Boone. I wish the Yankees would get smart and grow some balls and fire Boone. If the Knicks could fire Thibodeau, why can't the Yankees fire Aaron Boone?
Imagine the Yankees actually hiring Maxwell Smart.
Oh, the Yankees like a yes man, so that's probably your answer for that.
What
one.
you said? Get smart. I think
Yeah.
the '60s show. Get smart. Maxwell
Yeah.
Smart.
I used to love the beginning of that show.
The most
All
incompetent.
the doors opening and closing. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Most incompetent special secret agent
Aaron
in the
Boone's a
world.
puppet, so.
1-2 count here to Noel. 2 down in the second.
I remember this guy hit the home run off of Weaver in the ALCS last year. Remember?
Yeah, the big one.
Noel, yeah.
I mean, he's hitting 155. Like he's got a lot of power, but he's not a real good hitter. He's just got a ton of power. He doesn't even look that big. He's got a big lower body though. He got a badunka dunk on him.
He doesn't look that big.
No, he got a lot of junk in the trunk though. That's where a lot of the power comes from.
Yeah, I remember that other guy they had that year too. They hit Clark Schmidt. Who was that guy that they had? That other guy. They always have a hero of the Guardians on their team in the playoffs. I don't know what it is against the Yankees. They always have a guy that comes up and beats us like at the end. But they always fail the Guardians.
You're thinking of David Fry.
Oh yeah, there was somebody else that it's a couple of years ago when we played them. Clark Schmidt came in, and this guy. His name is Gomez. I think his name was. He hit a home run off of us. No, it was a base. No, not a bases clearing double. It was a single. Clark Schmidt had to get one strike, and he gave up the hit. Yeah.
Noel goes down on strikes.
And I don't think I even have his name right. I have to look it up now. Now I have to look it up.
You mean Jimenez?
No, he was a role player, and we had him. We had him. He had like a cup of coffee, and we never saw him again. Not Jimenez. He was a
Yankee.
Yeah, he was on the Guardians too. The Guardians actually got Oscar Gonzalez. That's it, Oscar Gonzalez. He had like a cup of coffee. He came up and the Yankees never gave him a chance, and he was with the Guardians, and the Guardians actually released him too. He got the hit off of Clark Schmidt with the bases loaded. I don't know why the Yankees didn't at least give him a chance. I mean, yeah, Noel is not. He's not good. Did you hear about Lindor? He hurt. He got a bad injury.
Broken pinky toe in the right foot, right?
Yeah, that's an IL situation. Yeah, I know they're saying day to day, but he's probably going to miss. I would think he's going to miss some time now with that. How are you going to play with a broken pinky toe?
He didn't.
Yeah, that's a massive. That's a big blow if they lose Lindor for like a couple of months.
Let me see how long it takes for a broken pinky toe to recover.
I would think he'll be out for like a month or 2 months. Unless he plays through it.
It's a month to a month and a half.
Oh, okay. It looks like the Yankees are staggering with this offense again. I do not like Jazz Chisholm.
I don't. I mean, he hit a home run in his first game back, and I still don't care.
No, me either. I'm not a Jazz.
I don't care.
I don't know what this guy provides for the offense. He's a low average hitter. He doesn't get on base, strikes out a million times, gets hurt constantly. He never plays a full season. So I don't know what's so great about him. Oh, because he has power. Who cares? Like, I don't care about home run hitters. Like, I really.
He doesn't have like power.
No.
Like,
Well, he's 20 home runs.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he runs into the baseball 20 times a year. Like,
yeah, that's not power.
He's not hitting 450-foot bombs. Like, he's hitting them in like the fourth row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's those, but I mean, they all count. I'll take him, and maybe he's better suited in Yankee Stadium. But also, what you get guys like that.
Yeah. I'm looking at his home runs now. All right. All throughout his career, 18, 14, 19, 13, 11, 24 last year he hit. That was his career high. But he's not like a a massive, power hitter. I mean,
No, he's like a early low 20s to mid 20s type guy in Yankee Stadium. Anywhere else, teens. And he's, his asset is that he can move around the infield. So
yeah.
Well, he can play second and third.
But I'm looking at his games played throughout his career, and it's not good. First season, all right, I'll give him a pass for that because it was rookie year, 21 games. Second year, 124, not good. 2022, 60 games. 60 games he played. 23, 97 games. 24, 101 games. That's not good. I mean, he does not stay on the field.
No. Brother McAteer in the house, looking great, boys. No Diddy. What's up, everybody? No Diddy on McAteer's comment. Chisholm pops up to Noel in right field, bringing up Anthony Volpe.
What do you think, Ben? Who's the odd one out when Stanton comes back? Ben Rice or Goldschmidt? Because I'm reading rumors that the Yankees. I don't think they're not going to trade Goldschmidt, right?
No. What you might see is there's an outside chance Paul Goldschmidt goes to second base.
Really?
Outside chance.
Well, Stanton's going to DH. We know that he can't play the outfield.
Yeah, he's going to DH, but they want to keep Rice in the lineup and Goldschmidt in the lineup. So it really means Peraza is the odd man out. If they can move Goldschmidt to second base, because I think he's taking ground balls before the game at second.
They're saying Stanton's getting closer now or something, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be crazy. Paul Goldschmidt at second base, man.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I mean, is he going to play? I don't know. Has he ever played second base? It's 2 outs.
I doubt it. I mean, maybe when he was a kid or younger.
I don't know how he's a better first baseman. He's a great first base. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if I would do that.
Yankees just look bad at the plate.
No, yeah, they look horrible.
Foul ball, pop, blah, blah. So the streak of hitting, fouling out is alive and well as Volpe fouls out.
It's the Dodgers. What do you call it? It's the Dodgers did this to the Yankees last year when we played in the regular season. After we played the Dodgers, the Yankees lost 8 straight series in a row. I don't know what it is. Yeah, 8 straight after they played the Dodgers last year in the regular season.
Let me see if that's right. We played start of June last year.
Yeah, I think it was like in the beginning or in the middle of June. If you look at after that series, correct me if I'm wrong, they lost 8 straight. Or I think it was after they played Kansas City. Yeah, count like every 8 series in a row they lost. That's when they went into that collapse that they went in. They were terrible. I hope that doesn't happen again. But right now they look like they're struggling offensively. They're not.
Arias takes a hit away from him. Dominguez played him perfectly up the middle.
They're lucky they made the playoffs last year, the Yankees.
Lost to Baltimore. Lost to Atlanta. Got swept by the Mets. That was a Met team just hitting its stride, too.
Yeah.
Lost to Toronto.
That's like 3 playoff teams you're talking about.
They split with Toronto.
Oh, they split.
Like the Mets, the Royals, and the Orioles were all playoff teams, right?
They lost to the Reds, so at least 6 or 7 they lost, I think.
The Reds is a bad loss.
Lost to the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Another bad loss.
Lost to the Rays.
Bad loss.
Yeah.
Took 2 or 3 from Baltimore.
Oh.
So it was like 4 or 5 out of 7 series they would lose in that stretch after the series with the Dodgers.
They did go through a really rough stretch, though. I mean,
going into the All-Star break at least.
Yeah, and that was with Soto and Judge, and they still played like that.
See, so Fried came back with a 14 pitch inning.
Split with Tampa.
Yeah, I hope he settled down. I mean,
Then coming out of the break, they split with the Rays, got swept by the Mets again.
yeah, they played better in the second half. I think they were.
Wait, the Mets swept them twice?
Last year,
Yeah.
yeah, it was only 2
We
games.
lost 4 in a row to them last year.
2-game series.
Yeah, they stopped that 2-game series. Now they went back to 3 games. I guess they wanted to go back to the traditional.
No, it's a pivot every 2 or 3 years.
Really?
Next year it'll be a two-game series, and then the year after that'll be another two-game series.
So they're just doing this for 1 season, and they're going to go back to the 2 again.
I think it's usually like once every 3 years.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that yet.
At least that's what I think the pattern is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
He's up to 44 pitches. Well, I mean, if he gives you at least 6 innings or 5, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I think he's just going to get 5 there.
Edged out Toronto.
1-2 count.
The Yankees offense is like absolutely nowhere to be found.
Lost to the Angels.
I'm really surprised. What happened to Aaron Judge? He seems like he cooled off.
Edged out Texas.
He's hitting 389. So I mean,
No, I mean he's still hitting great, but he's not. You know, I'm noticing a little bit of a fall off.
Got beat by the Tigers. Cleveland. 2 or 3 from Colorado. Lost 2 or 3 to Washington last year.
It looks like it's going to be one of those games with Fried today. It's going to be like a gutsy type of performance. So he's going to grind. It's going to be a grind. It's one of those games. He'll get through it somehow. But the Yankees offense stinks. They don't score runs.
Is it raining in New York?
It seems like, yeah. I see. I heard raindrops. Yeah.
That would make sense. I mean, that much water on the ball, rain on the ball does make it feel heavier and slicker, right?
Yeah.
Definitely heavier and slicker, yeah.
I don't know how it's even raining because it shows no rain in the forecast.
But this is Major League Baseball. They swap out those balls like whenever almost every other pitch.
I'm just saying, if you're using if you don't swap them out, that amount of water accumulates on the ball, making it much heavier and making it unbearably slick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying they always get new baseballs rotated in.
Well, I know one game that's not going to be played today.
Houston, Pittsburgh.
Yep. Rain the forecast for the next hour.
I watch on Yes. I don't watch MLB Network.
Why not just call this game off if it's not going to stop until 10 o'clock? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, guys?
What
game?
For the Astros-Pirates game. Why not just call the game off? I mean, and then reschedule it for a later date. I mean, tomorrow already you can't make it up for tomorrow because Pittsburgh's got Philadelphia coming in, and Houston's going to. Let me see who the Astros get tomorrow.
Yeah, that was a nice play.
They're going to Cleveland.
Oh God, Quan tracked down by Dominguez.
Yeah, I said it was a good play. I thought it was gonna go over his head.
It looked like double off the bat. I was like, damn, this guy just always hits against us.
Yeah, Quan is.
The only other games going on right now. Top 4, 3-0 in DC in favor of the Cubs.
So you didn't consider that start against the Dodgers a bad one? I mean, he gave up 4 runs. I mean,
and then had 2 more inserted on him because they were inherited runners.
Well, he put him on base. That's why.
Yeah. They should have took 2 out of 3 that series, the Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees are the kings of the woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Yep.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Can they run a doubleheader for a makeup game? What they could do, I think they could. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, the Mets not going to beat the Dodgers, but we can't beat the Dodgers. We'll figure that.
If the two teams were playing each other, yeah.
I guess it helps when you're in the National League, right? When you play a team 18 times every year. That's why maybe the Mets could beat the Dodgers better.
Actually, they only play the Dodgers 7 times.
Yeah, they don't play. 18 is for division opponents.
Oh yeah,
13.
They lowered it to 13.
I thought it was more times.
Yeah, back when this whole set began in 23, I counted each division rival, each interdivision rivalry game series of games was reduced from 19 games to 13.
Yeah, because every team plays everybody now, so I think that's why. Yeah, it's like every team plays everybody now. Fried looks fine. I mean, the Yankees just can't score runs.
But to answer, as Mechathera says, "What's up, brother DB? Can they run a doubleheader for a makeup game? Today's the last game of the series for everybody. Everyone's gonna be playing something different. Everyone's gonna have a different opponent tomorrow. So what they could do is, if this is the last time,
Mechathera, he keeps saying.
if this is the last time the Astros go into Pittsburgh, which it probably is for the season, if both teams have an off day in common, they could schedule a game then in Pittsburgh.
I don't like Judge playing in the World Baseball Classic. I think it's a big mistake. What if he gets hurt? I just hate the World Baseball Classic. It's such an overrated, overhyped, like marketing tool that a moneymaker that what's his name loves. That stupid owner of baseball, Manfred, as a joke.
I can't remember a commissioner I liked.
I don't know why these fans love seeing their teams play in a pointless, stupid game that means nothing. When you play, you get an injury. Look what happened to Edwin Diaz celebrating. He was out the whole rest of the season because of that. You know what really hates the World Baseball Classic? Frank the Tank. I mean, he's right. I mean, I don't know what the point of the whole thing is. It's like, because Judge is going to play Ohtani. Is that why it's so important?
Baseball wants its stars. What's up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Mac?
What up, man?
They
How you living?
They should have a fifth turtle named Mac. Mechathera.
Yeah.
Where's what happened to Seth?
He we use our superhero names.
Okay, Jet fan. What happened to
Jet fan?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Mets. What up, Mets? How you doing, Mets?
Mets
Fine,
stepped away.
I just had to go flood the Nile, so to speak.
There you go. I like that.
Flood in the Nile. Okay.
In about 10 minutes, the NBA Finals, nobody won, will begin.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
No interest whatsoever.
What? I am. I have interest.
Same thing in
Why?
Same thing in the NHL Finals.
I'd rather watch the hockey than basketball.
Yeah, Edmonton won in overtime last night.
Yeah, and playoff hockey is something special.
Yeah, it is, but the Rangers are out. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, PG-13.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do we need a swear jar? Do we need a swear jar in here?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm sorry.
Yes, to the Venmo. It's right there at the bottom.
What is it? But how are you going to get a rated R stamp on this?
Swear jar.
I don't think you can get a rated R like classification.
Unless you label this not for kids.
It is labeled not for kids.
Well, it should be. I mean, the way I curse, it should be rated R. Huh?
There's a
You're
lot.
not the only. You're not the only one, buddy.
There's tons of channels that have
We
curses
all
on
make
it.
some mistakes. We just try. We try our best not to at this point.
And Met fan, you would want it to be you. I'm trying to get my words across. I said you like you want it to be rated R too, right?
Yeah.
We were rated like hell. We were worse than R.
Oh, before they said you have to.
We hit every category of bad.
Every other word was. I would in between innings, I would play a Mets rant.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
then we started in on
75
religion and government and.
So what stopped everything? YouTube told you can't do that no more.
yeah, well, because you go through a review process, and they're like, "Hey, you know."
And the fact of the probability that he also would have been hit with a copyright strike.
Oh yeah, YouTube got really strict now.
Ooh, what a play by Martinez at the wall. He slid on the warning track, crashed into the wall a little bit, and made the catch. That was probably that could have been a triple.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was he got robbed.
See, for everybody that talks about how Yankee Stadium is small, he caught that like 6-7 feet from onto the side of the 399 side.
Well,
It's
small
399 to left center field, Yankee Stadium. That's deep.
Well, it's small. It's smaller when compared to the second iteration of Yankee Stadium. Know what I mean?
Basically, got robbed there.
It's small down the lines. It's small to right field. To right field down the line to right center, it's short. Everywhere else is pretty standard and bigger than most other ballparks. Most ballparks, a standard is 400 to center field. Yankees are 408. It's usually like 370 to the gap in left center field, 370, 375. Yankees are almost 400. It's really big to left field and center field in Yankee Stadium. So, yeah.
I just thought like football fields were so big until I realized like how far it is from first base to second base. You know what I mean? Like you're almost at like the 40-yard line.
It's 30 yards.
30 yards. Okay, so you're at the 30-yard line. That's it. I mean, and when you look at a football field, I thought it was so much bigger until I was like saw one live, and I was like, yeah, he should be able to kick that far, and he should be able to throw that far. You're a professional football player. It doesn't seem as far when you're like on the field. You know what I mean? Like when you see it live, like on TV, it's completely different. But when you see like a live game, whether it's baseball or football, you're like, damn, that's a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, football fields like at the game I was at last year didn't seem that to be that long.
Yeah, that's the way I feel football fields.
300 feet. It's basically like from goal line to goal line. It's like running to the foul pole in Yankee Stadium from home plate.
Yeah.
Like an extra 3 yards. That's it. So, Matt, if you were a Ninja Turtle, what would your weapon be?
Who is well? Then you're going with who's my favorite, and I would say probably my favorite was Donatello. I think he was the one with the staff. That was my guy.
Yeah, he was but I'm saying if you were a Ninja Turtle, if you were the fifth turtle.
Oh, I would have two like what are they called? Like the Wolverine gloves that they're like brass knuckles, but they have like Wolverine
Claws?
hands on them. And I would just like claws like that, and I would just use those. That would be dope.
I think that's more of like a lethal weapon.
Yeah, but I have one in the house.
Well, actually,
hold on. I'll show it to you. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles were awesome. My favorite one was Raphael. That guy could fight, man. He was a badass. I think Donatello was the intelligent one. Raphael was the best fighter. Michelangelo was the funny one, like he was the silly, and then Leonardo was, I guess, the leader. He was like the leader of the group.
Yeah.
I always like Michelangelo, but now it's like between him and Raphael. Like those are the. I always like Bebop and Rocksteady as the villains. Oh, I mean, I said what I say, 5 innings. It's the fourth inning already. It seems like the game's going fast.
Thank God. It is. We're only 50 minutes in.
Are you really surprised that the Yankees are wasting a good performance?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
90. Oh, wow.
$60 pitches in the fourth. Wow. Believe it or not, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been up to 76 pitches or 80 pitches. I mean, 60 is pretty good for the fourth, I guess, considering he threw 28 pitches.
Well, there's no outs in the fourth, so it's gonna go up.
Yeah. I know. I'm saying it could have been worse, actually.
I could see him getting through 6.
Oh, I keep throwing that stupid pitch. And it's Jose Ramirez. Great.
Way outside. Damn. Looks like that ball slipped out of his hand. He's got to be careful with Ramirez.
Yep.
Still hitting 329 this
Oh,
week.
struck him out. Damn. Shocked.
Oh, I didn't get the now the pitch. Now sorry. Okay. He can't believe it. Well, I mean, for all the pitches, he still got 6 strikeouts.
Yeah. Oh, that's how good of a pitcher he is. He's like grinding through this game.
All right, so I got a couple things I'll show you guys. I got a bunch, but because I was talking about it, this is the one I was saying.
I mean, those are plastic, right?
No, not at all.
Those are real?
Yeah, 100%.
What
is that from?
What do you use it for?
I just have it as actually has like a wall mount that you can put it on. And I used to have it on the walls, but then when I had kids, I'd kind of put all my stuff away. But I have like different swords. I have different knives. I have this axe, which is pretty cool. And
Shredder's weapon?
This back part actually pulls off, and it's a knife of its own. It's kind of cool. It's from Aliens. You can see the alien.
I can see the
yeah. And it has like a little on the bottom of the axe. It has that. But yeah, I collect that kind of stuff.
Did Cody Bellinger just rob this guy of a home run?
Yep.
I got to see the replay. Great play.
That's why we got him, because he's a defense.
I got to see if this ball would have made it over the fence.
I don't know if Soto would have made that.
No, it wouldn't have gone. It would have hit the. It wouldn't have gone out. A great play, but it wouldn't have made it.
Yeah,
out.
but if that was Soto, you think that would have been caught, or that would have been a base hit?
He's not the best outfielder.
I know.
TV says that's badass, Mac. Where do you find this?
A home run or a double?
Random places, to be honest with you. There's souvenir shops, and then when I was traveling around doing work, I would stop at like the big gas stations. They usually had actually when I got the claw, there was an actual like a mace, like one of those like this like stick with like the chains and like the big ball with all the spikes on it. That was another option, and I went with the claw. But like when I find something, I find it. Like I have another one. It's like a Joker with a top hat, and it's a knife on the bottom, but off the sides there's 2 playing cards, and both of those playing cards can come off, and they're like throwing knives or whatever. I don't know if you can see it, but I have got that one up there. Then I have some swords. I have another knife there.
What are you, a samurai?
No, but I have, here's another sword right here that's by my door. I have this one, which is, it actually has a staff that connects to the bottom if you want to use it, but it's pretty big. It's more
So-
like the Mongolian type of sword,
Oh,
Genghis
so-
Khan style.
so like somebody ever like robbed your house, right? You could just like have the whole family like meet in the living room and just start handing out deadly weapons.
Pretty much. I just don't have any guns, so it's gonna be up close and personal. It's gonna get bloody.
Yeah, you're like feudal Japan. This is feudal Japan in your house.
I have another one which I can't figure out. I kind of want to weld like a chain to it and kind of make it like a mace, but it's a Black Widow, and all of the
I got him.
things are like
Oh,
knives, and that's the back of it.
Hang on a sec, guys.
So I was thinking like welding a chain to it and like making it like something you like swing around.
Or impale somebody with.
Yeah. I mean, it's just hard to use like holding it. It just seems weird.
I don't know. That's a
Here's
little,
another one that's like a scorpion. You can see the scorpion tail for the handle.
yeah.
Another one that's a dragon, and like the blade is actually it's like wing.
What's your teams again? Jets. What's your baseball and football team?
Me,
Yeah.
me or Met?
Sean Mac.
I'm Jets, Nets, Mets, and Devils.
Oh, nice. Yankees, Rangers, Knicks, Giants. I guess.
I got no hate. I would say, and I don't even have hate, but I have a lot more like disdain for Philadelphia fans and
Oh yeah.
like
that's how-
New England Patriots fans, and like that's
Yeah.
me. And I'm more of a baseball fan than I am anything else. But
yeah, me too.
everybody asks me what my team is, and I have to pick something. So those are my teams.
Yeah.
I like hockey, but I don't watch it a lot.
Yeah,
I love
baseball.
that basketball is cool, but I don't really watch it a lot.
Yeah, baseball.
I really mostly I'm football year long.
Yep.
I can't believe how many weapons you have.
There's
So-
probably more. I just what I could think of right now.
Are you like one of the people that you have like a knife taped under like every table just in case?
No, I would actually love to have like a wall that just had all these cool different
My aunt had that. She had
knives and swords and stuff. Like I just think it's cool, man, to be honest.
my aunt had
I like
guns
history.
everywhere, just planted all over her house. Everywhere. Just
Yeah.
guns everywhere.
If I can get my lady on board, I'd probably have a shotgun in my house. And it'd be loaded with bird shot. One shot would be bird shot, the next shot would be a buckshot. And the bird shot hopefully scares them off, and if not, then you get the next one. But like
With the buck.
but
Bird of the buck.
like in reality right now, yeah, that's pretty much my house defense besides my dog. I'm not a cop caller either, so it's gonna get interesting.
Should just make a dungeon. Pops is all like that, like locks every door. I'm like, why do you lock every damn door? And he's like, well, what if someone breaks in? I was like, I'm here.
He doesn't want to break in.
Yeah,
He
I
might
was
say
like,
he wants to, but he doesn't.
almost-
Oh, terrible.
I'm kind of like hoping someone does. Like, give me dude, oh my god. So there's this.
That was horrible.
There's like this newsletter, for news, neighborhood news, right? And if there's one thing I hate, it's nosy neighbors that just right, all up in your business, bunch of Karens, right?
Mhm.
So, here's Aaron Judge. So the whole thing was about the article was about a neighbor complained about another neighbor's lawn, right?
Yeah,
So that was the story, and they're having meetings and with the
that's not
developer.
a homeowners association.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's deed compliance, right? That's what they call it here.
Yeah.
So you got these people that go around the neighborhood, and if they don't like something, Christmas lights, a political sign,
Yeah,
or the
who are these
law.
people? People that got picked on like their whole lives and like have nothing better to do than just like feel like they have power. And it's
Well,
like,
these
dude,
are-
get out of here, bro. Like, why are you coming by my house? Why do you care what I'm doing? You live 6 blocks away.
oh my God,
I
you
know
have
my
weed
neighbors
selling.
don't care because I talk to my neighbors on a daily basis.
Well, so after the article, people start writing comments, right? Judge lifts one to right field. That's going to get down for a fair ball. He's going to stroll into second base with a 1-out double. Is that the Yankees' first hit? All right. Aaron Judge was 16th double. Aaron Judge got more home runs than doubles this year. 16 doubles, 21 homers. So, people start writing their comments, right? So I write this long paragraph of like, I can't stand these nosy nightmare neighbors that get off on causing other neighbors misery. Mac, you frozen?
Oh, yeah, I almost went frozen. Sorry, I was going too far away from the house.
Yeah, I'm going to need about 35 seconds before I could finish the story because
It is high, it is far, it is gone! That one's driven deep to left field. There it goes! See ya!
That is ripped into right, back at the wall. See ya!
Schmidt swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left center field and deep. Mitchell back, track, wall, see ya!
Cody Bellinger with his 9th home run of the year because the Yankees are 2-0.
That's how he gone.
There we go.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they used to call his homers when he was in either LA or Chicago?
Sounds about right. That's a Yankee Stadium homer. I mean, it's a nice shot, but into the Yankees bullpen. It would have been about 6 rows deep. So everyone's writing their comments, right? And so I write mine, and I'm like, the neighborhood
Okay.
Karens.
Okay, here's the update on the Lindor toe injury. It's not on the joint. It's
Okay,
on the
cool.
bone. It's on the top
That's
of the
good.
bone. It's not on the joint. At worst, he can play through it, but it's going to be a pain tolerance issue. If he has to rest, I give him at least 2 weeks to a month. Know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
If it had been completely on the joint of the toe, then he'd be out for a month to a month and a half.
Okay. Back to the story.
Sorry.
So, I just wrote that, some of these people get off on causing misery for their neighbors, complaining about things, driving around looking for stuff to complain has nothing to do with them. And I was like, this guy, Volpe, flies out to the warning track. In the story, it said that the guy has a landscaping company, and I guess they weren't just doing the job. So I was like, why not bring them in? So I was like, another thing, and I was like, criminal law says that you have the right to face your accuser. These people cannot be anonymous. If you're going to go lodge a complaint, maybe you should put your name behind it. A lot less people will complain and make these complaints if, the neighbors knew who it was.
See, but that gets utilized too much, though, and then they utilize it for other things, and that's the only reason that doesn't work, is because, I don't even know how we can do this PG-13, so I don't know if I want to go there, but, rape cases and things like that, you shouldn't have to face your accuser. And that, but they're going to make it to where everybody has to face their accuser if you make that a rule. And it's like they can't, for some reason, our country can't just make it for certain situations. It has to be across the board kind of thing. And I don't like it, but I feel like that's the way it would be. That's how they.
Thanks.
Well, no, I mean, you have the right to face your accuser. If somebody, No, if somebody accuses you of doing something, you have a right to face them and say and combat their argument. You can't just have people just willy-nilly.
I agree on both sides, though. You know what I mean?
Forgive me for going off the handle on this. What if the accuser is someone with no evidence, has a black and white mindset, and started a rumor just for the sake of attention? Oh God, I think I've caught a cold from my work in the mist this afternoon.
No, yeah, exactly. And I think you should have to face your accuser in that situation.
And they refuse to face you. You should track them down and drag them out of the house.
100%.
So get it on the start. It was a funny ending. So someone writes to me. They were like, "Oh, well, this is criminal. This isn't a criminal case." I was like, "Yeah, duh. Obviously, it's not a criminal. I'm just saying it's part of the law that you have a right to face your accuser in criminal court. Why can't we have the same type of thing where people just willy-nilly lodging complaints against people over nonsense?" And I understand it's deed-compliance. It's not the same thing, but still.
Yeah.
This happens too much. Like now people have to go spend all this money and do this, do that. And I was like, no, I understand if the guy wasn't maintaining his lawn at all and it was just like out of whack. I understand that part, right? With the deed-compliance. But if the guy has a landscaping company and they're not doing their job, maybe drag the landscaping company in there and say, listen, if you're paid to do this job, if you can't do it up to our standards, you can't service the neighborhood. They could do that. So maybe go to them instead of the customer.
Yep.
So someone's like, I could tell you're not a lawyer. Or an attorney goes, I can tell you're not an attorney. And you sound like, he goes, you sound like you graduated from Taco Trump University.
You're like, no, I'm just a caring citizen who cares about his neighborhood and everybody else's neighborhood.
I could tell. That's what I said. He could tell about it. I could tell you graduated from Taco Trump University. And I was like, so I wrote back to him. And I could tell that the best part of you dripped down the inside of your mother's thigh.
That is definitely not PG-13, Murdoch.
Somebody else. I didn't curse. I didn't say nothing. There's no curse words.
There's definitely visuals.
So somebody typed in like, where are the mods? How is this allowed? I was like, listen, you gonna go word in your mouth. Don't get mad if I come back at you. Come on.
So yeah, no, well, so for me, I had a tree in my front yard, and I had a tree in my front yard, and they told me after I cut it down, even though like it's city property, and they wouldn't do it for me, even though I asked them to, because it was messing with like the pipes, and my water lines were getting broke, everything was getting broke, and there's like an electrical main. I don't know if you can see that like big circle box over there, but there's like a big circle box in the front of my front yard, and that's like the main electrical for like the whole area. And I had a tree in my front yard that was messing with my stuff. Eventually, I was going to mess with that. So I brought the city in. They were like, no, sorry. We're trying to keep as many trees as possible. So I cut it down. Within like 2 days of me cutting it down, the HOA came to me and said I had like 72 hours to get rid of the stump. When I moved in here in 80-something with my parents, they lived next door. There was a tree across the street. About 8 years after we had moved in, it got cut down. There's still a stump across the street. Same tree stump across the street, which is owned by the people above that. But the people above that are part of the homeowners association.
Oh.
So like I got rid of my stump and I've gotten my grass to where it needs to be. So now my attention is going to go towards them. I'm going to start being the homeowners association and just sending pictures in daily. Like, this stump is really just messing with me. And that fence line up on the top is, I mean, there's part of it is white, part of it is brown, part of it is gray. Like I can't go out in my front yard without seeing this. And it's giving me a headache. It's making me nauseous. Like I'm just going to send in weekly letters until they get rid of all of it. Or they stop messing with me.
I've had to seek therapy and you're gonna have, and you can start providing like doctor's bills to have them pay.
Right? Yeah, seriously. Like, sorry, this is just messing up my whole world. I can't even make it to work on time nowadays.
Infrared says, "Take pictures, brother McAteer."
Heck yeah. What's up, everybody? Sorry, I can't see the chat, so whoever's there, good to see you.
Hey, I got Red's breakfast.
What?
I got what Red eats for breakfast every day.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I know what he eats for breakfast. What do you think, Mets? What do you think he eats for breakfast every day?
Ooh.
Infrared.
Raw eggs.
Okay.
Farina or oatmeal with butter and sugar or syrup?
TV says 3 Yinglings and a bowl of nails. This is his breakfast right here.
Yingling and a Pop-Tart.
Yingling and a Pop-Tart. That's it for Red's breakfast.
Hey, did you know that Pop-Tarts are going to start being in the frozen section because they're making ice cream Pop-Tarts?
Oh, yeah. Ice cream Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was pretty excited.
That's how Red gets so big and strong. Beer and Pop-Tart.
No spinach, huh?
You know, he says, I've heard trying to build anything in Cali is hard enough. Can't imagine the AOAs are on top of it.
I've heard trying building it.
Red says, tell them the stunt reminds you of our New York Jets. Have them pay for your psychotherapist.
No, but I can't let anybody know that I'm a Jets fan. They won't believe that any of the other things are my problem. They're like, no, it's because you're a Jets fan. Change that. You'll feel better. I'll be like, nah, I can't do that though. And they'll be like, yeah, well then I can't help you.
So oh man. Addie in the house. What's up, Addie? What a perfect time for me to pop in.
What up, Addison?
What about the stump or about his breakfast?
What's that?
Red's breakfast.
It was my dinner from the other day.
Did you throw up? What is that?
It's Hungarian goulash.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say goulash. What's Hungarian goulash? Is it different than any other one? It's like noodles with like some meat. And... What's that?
He uses yogurt as the thickening agent.
Oh, okay. All right.
Looks like a
now I've had goulash where it's just like meat with ground beef, some vegetables.
I use stew beef.
Oh, okay.
Brett says, what's up, brother Eddie? Chilling. Big win. Big comeback against the Mets today for the Dodgers.
One Mac.
Huh?
Everything you'd find in normal goulash except the carrots and the bell peppers are in the Hungarian goulash.
Oh, okay.
Only difference is the yogurt being used as a thickener.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one, but it doesn't sound like bad.
Bo Naylor would have won out walk.
And I didn't use what'd you say, stewed beef? I didn't use that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. So that sounds good too though.
Or stewing beef, I meant to say.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. Like yeah, I get it. That'd be good. It'd be better than ground beef. It's just a heartier meat in general.
Red says
a lot more flavor to it.
Talk about, guys. No politics.
Red
is not allowed to talk about most things anymore on the chat. We're not starting with that nonsense. We're not.
Start up
Jeez,
a side
Jay-Z
chat.
just put $1 million on the Thunder to win
Let
the
it out.
NBA title.
Who did what?
Jay-Z just put down $1 million bet for the Thunder to win the title.
It's a good bet. Elon is beefing with Trump all over Twitter. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I think it's over the EV mandate, to tell you the truth. I think Elon thought he was going to get like a nice little thing in a bill to help his Tesla company. I think it's about that. But yeah. It's a little crazy how things
I
fall.
think you could sell some more flamethrowers. Sold out last time within like, I think it was like a couple days. Made like 20,000 and told everybody not to buy it. And they
Please,
were like,
God,
yeah.
no, let's not do this right now. Come on, man. Oh. Red. The Yinglings are taking over Red's brain. Man, I thought it was the sugar in the Pop-Tarts.
Nope.
3-1 count to Yowinski Noel. You know what they call this guy, Yowinski Noel? His nickname is Big Christmas because his last name is Noel.
Why don't just call him Saint Nick?
Oh. Or Papa Giorgio. You know what I mean?
Because his name's not Nick. That's why. It's
But you're going after the same character, just a different name for the same character.
no, Noel. That's a Christmas song.
Yeah, but it's about Christmas, and so is the other one. I got you, Matt. I think you're right.
All right, Red. Elon threw up a video of Trump chilling with Epstein dancing at a private party. Epstein used to go to Mar-a-Lago, right? Trump was cool with him. He was cool. Epstein was cool with everybody, especially in business world.
Yeah, he is
Right.
very cool.
And then old ground ball on the second for one, back to first for two, gets out with a double play. So Fried's at 93 pitches, should head into the sixth. Big double play. And then Trump caught wind of how he was talking to the waitresses and the girls at Mar-a-Lago that worked there, and he kicked them out and banned them. So he wasn't playing games when he heard, the stuff that he was, I guess, for all he was trying to recruit waitresses to, be part of his thing. Who knows? But Trump wasn't having it. So to kick out a guy with those connections and money and then ban him from your resort it's a big deal,
Yeah.
But he did. At least he didn't tolerate it. They were cool. I mean, you could be cool with somebody like acquaintances, business, whatever people, right? You're all friendly. You find out a guy's a creep, you're like, you're out. Like, you're not coming back. That's what he did.
Yeah, I didn't know that originally. I figured it out. Yeah, I'm done. Sorry.
It's like
If
Harvey
I was
Weinstein.
there, we wouldn't have gotten here.
You got former first ladies talking about how they're great friends with Harvey Weinstein. We don't, everyone found out what he did. They just
Now he has no friends.
Right. So Trump finds out Epstein was what, I don't think he knew what he was
If
doing.
any of us found out one of us, it would be like, all right, completely silence. Like, cut from everything. Like, it would be like, I mean, you know what I mean? It's the same difference. Like, we're all cool now, but I guarantee you find some weird shit out about stuff about one of us. Like,
I mean, when the day comes that we find out Mets has people like, taped up in his basement, we'll have to reassess the relationship, right? I'm sure it's going to happen at some point.
No, Thibodeau got fired.
Everyone's safe. So how about those Yankees?
Love you, Mets.
Yep, first place team is terrible. First place team. Where are the Red Sox? 11 games back in the loss column? Wait, what are the Red Sox? What? Oh.
No, but they're going to make a comeback.
Oh, yeah. Austin Wells. Ooh, that guy got so base hit, but that guy got so lucky. He is not a defensive outfielder. He just threw his glove on the floor, scooped it up. That thing almost went to the wall. He got so lucky. He didn't even look. He went like this. Wow. All right, well, leadoff hit for Austin Wells. I'll take it. We're freaking doomed, bro. Hold on. What's that, Mets?
I have a podiatrist appointment tomorrow afternoon to get a ingrown or undergrown toenail ripped out on my left foot.
Oh. Well, Peraza follows with a base hit to center field. So Yankees got something cooking here. First and second, the bottom of the lineup coming through. First and second, nobody out. That's going to bring up top of the order, Trent Grisham. Do you lay the bunt down? I do. First and second, nobody out. Lay that bunt down. Middle of the game, bottom of the fifth, you got a 2-run lead. Your starting pitcher's got maybe 2 outs in them.
You guys know full well Boone's not going to tell him to bunt.
He should, though.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, Mets. You've asked for that I don't know how many games, and it never happens. It's not going to start now.
Wait. Was Diddy let go out of prison?
No. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't watch the news to know. But I don't see how that's possible.
I guess Fred just typed it wrong.
Because Bale,
huge stocks and baby oil when Diddy's was out of prison. I don't know. I guess I'm getting confused with that. We got the best baby oil.
You still have a bottle from before Diddy was in prison? Oh my gosh, that's worth so much money now.
He bought them all.
Unless you have what he put in it, then it's not original Diddy oil. It's just
says we love Trump. I don't know. You did for a while. I don't know. You've been sounding like it. I don't know. We all know DB loves Trump. DB, huge supporter. I can't do his voice. I would, man. If I could do Trump's voice, that would be so much fun.
You are pretty good at it, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Someone told me. Someone was like, I tried it, and I saw their face, and I was like, "You don't like it, do you?" And they're like, "Not really."
Yeah, but are they a Trump supporter or are they not a Trump supporter? Like all these different avenues matter when somebody says something because like I don't care about either. Like I don't really think the president.
Just the quality of the impression. That's all. Like because I've done some impressions of some people,
and I think you do a good job.
Oh, thank you. I'm not too confident, but
yeah, fine. You don't have to do it. I'm just saying it. I think it's funny.
It's fun to try. That's all. Bases loaded as Grisham walks in a 3-2 count. It's going to bring out the pitching coach. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ben Rice at the dish. Aaron Judge on deck. Pressure is on this kid. Big inning would help here because we don't know if Fried's going to get through the 6th inning. Leaving it up to the Yankees bullpen is dangerous.
It wasn't at one point. It seems to be more and more dangerous as the season progresses.
Yeah. We shall see.
Like they got figured out or something. I don't know.
Ben Rice has hit a granny before. I think he's got 2. I finally figured out who Ben Rice looks like. Who he reminds me of. Did you ever see Big Bang Theory with Sheldon?
Yeah.
That he reminds me of. His face. Jim Parsons. Yeah, there's a granny, and he hit the one in Sacramento against Oakland. I think he hit one last year too.
I look way too old with this fake goatee thing. I'm getting rid of it. I can't handle it. I feel like I'm like 50 with this thing.
Fake goatee?
Well, yeah, it's real, but like I didn't buy it. But like it just looks like super. I don't know. It looks funky to me. I'm gonna get rid of it. I got my daughter's graduation from middle school to high school tomorrow, so I'm gonna be putting on a suit, and I think I'm gonna shave it off. And then I have my buddy's funeral on Sunday, so I'll probably be wearing the same suit. I think it'd be better to look clean than frosty.
Why don't you just rock a stubble, like a full stubble?
That's as much as I got. Kind of. It's been up a week. I think it's about a week.
You got more white hair than I do.
Really?
Yeah. Can you see a lot of white?
No, that's no, but I see brown, like real colors, like good colors. Yeah. That's like, yeah, that's blonde. You got that Irish red, blonde, brown thing going on. I have the old man, like, great Scott beard going on.
My girlfriend called me a ginger. It's like, I'm not a ginger. She's like, you got red in your beard. I was like, I got like 4 or 5 colors in my beard.
Yeah, no, that's what happens to us, though. That's the truth. Your hair head doesn't have any of that. You might get some grays, but you won't have like the red, brown, blonde mixture.
I do. I got a whole bunch of different colors.
On your head. You won't have. Yeah. But facial hair is weird. It just chooses what it wants to be.
Yeah, there's different ones everywhere.
But I don't like gray. I'm 43. I want to feel like I'm 35. Doesn't everybody? Actually, hey, that's a good question. If you could go back to any age, what would you want to restart from?
I think maybe mid-August 1993.
I mean, let's face it. 93 was Buck's first full year because who he replaced in 92 when he came to the Yankees?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the Yankees. It's to do with my life.
Oh. I mean, I went to my only Yankee game back in 92 until they played the Mets twice at Shea in 98 and 08.
Okay. Is that a time you would want to go back to if you could go back in time?
No, 92, Yankees and Mets were both dog crap.
So what would be your year that you'd want to go back to if you could go back and just start from that time? What would you want to do? And you could say, I don't want to. I would rather stay where I'm at.
I guess I could say go back to 98 and stop my dad from picking an off-the-grid ranch house to live on.
There you go. I like it. Yeah, me. I think I would be like
faculties, believing that it was his way or the highway when it came to picking a house, working around the house, never paying me allowance for the chores.
Yeah.
Allowance? I didn't get an allowance.
No,
Neither did I.
You should, though. You should, and then you can teach like how to like save money and keep money through that, rather than waiting until they get out into the real world and then you have to figure it out at that point.
Or
if you start getting allowances when you're young,
faculties and you can't pay them anyway. That's what's happened to my dad. He's now in a nursing home.
There you go. Yeah. No, I was just saying, like, my kids, I do an allowance with them, and I have one kid that spends her stuff every week, and then I have another kid that went out and bought $150 like cool toy that she liked, and the other kid was like, "Oh, how did you do that? Oh my gosh, what parents are giving you money?" Like, yeah, they've been giving me money every time I do chores, and I save it. While the other one's like, I'm going to buy a candy bar when we go to the store this time. I'm going to buy this. I want Starbucks. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do. All right, well, go ahead, spend your money, but
That's your
don't because you ain't getting what your sister gets if she's saving her money and buys something that's not the same thing you're going to get. That's what saving does. So I doesn't mean we don't buy them stuff. It just means that like we try to make it to where they're learning something at the same time. You know what I mean?
Hey, side note: if this game ends at a reasonable hour, Oculus time.
Yeah, I'm in. I have my my mother and father-in-law coming over at 6:30. I don't know how long they're gonna stay because they're coming over to hang out with the kids because they're not going to the graduation tomorrow. But as soon as that ends, then yes, I'm in.
I haven't turned it back on yet. I was like, damn, we keep timing.
No, yeah, dude, I think that's why I stopped playing video games because I got so frustrated that I don't have enough time to do anything.
It's just bored.
Right?
I get a couple games.
I used to be a gamer, man. Like I used to be like to where like my lady would be like, "Hey, like the sun's coming up. Probably a good time to go to bed." So
No,
we got kids and stuff, and I'm gonna need you to help me out a little bit.
I get a when I get a new game, I don't like put it down till I beat it. When I get Call of Duty, like every November, I usually beat it by that first weekend.
Oh God! Your name just put out his reaction to Aaron Rodgers finally signed with Pittsburgh tonight on Days of Our Steelers. Nightmare scenario.
We better kill them. I don't care what we do the rest of the season, to be honest with you at this point, because like I don't have like aspirations for us going to the playoffs or Super Bowl or anything like that. We have to beat the Steelers. I do not want to hear about Aaron Rodgers and he become something great once he left the Jets. Like I can't do it. I really can't do it. We have to beat the Steelers. They got rid of all their wide receivers. We need to do this.
Even Jerry Bradshaw is calling this signing a joke.
Well, it was signed up as soon as they made us their first target. As soon as we were playing the Steelers game 1, we knew that he was going to the Steelers. Like that was like they've been playing a game with everybody for a long time, but even we kind of knew it. I mean, that was the whole point. We were like, oh, the Steelers' first game. Oh, and Aaron Rodgers hasn't been picked up. If he gets picked up, it's going to be the Steelers. Otherwise, he's retiring. And guess what? He's a Steeler.
Well, thankfully, it's only for 1 year.
Yeah, and it's just to be able to throw a jab and say that he was the only reason he was bad is because he was with the Jets, and that's why I want him to fail miserably. I want first game we go out, we stomp him. 6 sacks, 3 interceptions, and we win by 7. Because I'm realistic about our offense. And, it's like 14-7 maybe.
This is nuts.
But yeah, no, we have to beat the Steelers. I don't care if it's a high scoring game. We can't lose to Aaron Rodgers. That can't happen. That's worse than losing to any other team in the league. I don't care about the New England. I don't care about the Bills. Like at this point, that's it. Is that me that's making you laugh like that?
No, it's how Trey is acting. He went to his damn Intermobile. And very forlorn about it.
I just like seeing you smile and laugh like that. That's dope. I don't see that very often, Matt.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's not. It's rare.
It's good to see, though. That's being honest. I wish it was me, though. I ain't gonna lie.
This is crazy.
Pointer got it. 10-5 OKC. Turn to Turner. Has Holmgren on it. Fade away. Rattles in.
This is crazy.
What?
This is
And tie game on a corner 3-pointer left wide open.
I can't. This is crazy.
What? Oh,
Does that look like me?
kind of.
It does.
You're a little thinner.
I'm a little thinner.
I said the beard was thinner.
That is nuts. That does look like me. I guess like got the clothes and everything like that I'm wearing right now. Oh my God, that's nuts. I can't believe that. I think you're frozen, Mac. That is crazy.
Do we really
is
need another 20 insert time length here movie?
Addison's nuts
Hey.
with that.
I'm gonna take a break. I'll see you guys in a little bit. My lady just got home, so
Okay.
Go
All
give
right.
her the old-
Good
go
to
give
see
her the
everybody.
old, go give her the old bowling ball.
yeah, yo, I'll see you guys soon. Later.
So,
Be honest with me, Murdoch. Do we really need another 28 insert whatever time frame later film?
wait, say that again?
Do we really need another 28 insert length of time here film?
A
Between
28 insert?
insert whatever length of time here title.
What's an ear title?
Insert number of time here. Here later type movie is what I was getting at. Do we need another one of those?
I'm still not following. Insert here, like, okay, on to be determined, right?
Right.
What type of movie?
The 28 days, weeks, months, years later.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. 28 days, 28 years. Gotcha. 28 minutes later. Yeah. I gotcha. Scott says, why have anything against Rodgers? I don't have anything against Rodgers. I don't care. Like,
I just think the
don't care
guy's
if
an
he-
asshole.
no, I was happy we got him. It didn't work out. You know, thought we'd have
It's
him a
going to be
couple
worse
years.
for Pittsburgh. They're finally going to tip over.
It's just like he's not with us anymore. So I don't have anything against him. He's just not a Jet. So I just like I don't really care that he's with Pittsburgh. I'm sure the guys are going to do a bunch of videos. Could not care less. Chris, what's up, brother? Buffalo Bill fan. It's the homie.
The other
So-
games going on right now, it's tied at 5 in St. Louis, top 4, 1 on, nobody out for Kansas City. There's been a pretty back and forth game.
Jazz Chisholm leads off the inning with a base hit.
Miguel Garcia started the scoring with a 2-run homer. Then Wilson Contreras got a single to cut the deficit in half. Then Freddie Furman hit a solo bomb for KC, followed by a Vinny Pascantino ground out and a Salvi Perez single to put the Cards up 5. We put the Royals up 5-1. Wilson Contreras hit a 2-run double. And then Nolan Arenado hit a game-tying 2-run bomb.
Mets, wake me up when you're done.
I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and 1-1 Texas and Tampa, bomb 4.
Okay. DB says AI Murdoch needs to do some curls. I thought I think I'm a little bit bigger than the AI made me out to be.
And Toppin throws it away, Thunderball.
But I think it does look like me. The face. Okay. That's pretty cool though, man. Brother Murdoch looks like a Viking. He is not German, bro. I'm Irish and German. So I am. Stephanie says, bases loaded, we still didn't score. I know. Oh my God. The one thing, Steph, I was like, no double play, no double play, no double play.
Got the bounce.
And because then of course they get to walk judge. You know. Jazz Chisholm almost gets picked off. Murdoch goes slide into second.
Going by Dort.
Welcome, Chris. Thanks for the laugh.
Dort the rebound at Williams.
That's great.
Holmgren.
Oh, Jazz steals second. Ball goes in the center field. He's going to try to take third. And he's going to get there sliding. So now Yankees have a run on third with only one down. Awesome. Have a go on McIntyre. Addison, cheers and beers. Scott says, Mets, have the Giants officially drowned yet?
No.
Cheers and beers for Scott Boston. Cheers and beers for Red. So Scott sends cheers to Sean. And McIntyre sends cheers and salutes to Mac. I'm sorry, Chris. Is Addy in here? Yes, he is.
And Dominguez goes down swinging.
Mets, do you have a crystal ball?
No, the app is always ahead of the broadcast.
I know. But I'm aware. I was being facetious. What up, McIntyre? Says Addy. West Coast Avengers Addison's in the house, Scott. Man, that AI is kind of like it's really good. It's incredible, man. Beer, smoke, fire. McIntyre says cheers and beers for Stephanie McAllister. Austin Wells, weak fly ball, the field. That'll do it. So, Yankees get no runs on one hit, one left on. At the end of 6, 2-0 Yankees. You know, Max Fried's probably done for the night, but he did only give up one hit in 6 innings. Brett says, I have a brain beer fart right now. Does your brain stink? Beer farts are the worst. My brother's terrible. My brother's beer farts could peel paint. Scott says some of the AIC is good and some not so good. Well, I think it got my face for the most part.
Sal, whatever his name is on WFAN, is he really this stupid to want either Jason Kidd or Jeff Van Gundy to replace the Tin Man?
Who was the first one?
Jason Kidd. I mean, I understand with Van Gundy. It's a try to recapture the magic in the bottle sort of scenario. A throwback. But it's not going to work. Van Gundy's past his prime, and basically Thibodeau learned under him. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess.
You basically getting the same thing in an older package if we get Van Gundy. Am I right?
Well, Van Gundy hasn't coached in a long time, so.
Yeah, but what was he doing before he took the Clipper assistant job? Broadcast analyst, right?
Yes.
And Jeff quit the Knicks on sour terms back in 2001, 2002. You think he'd want to come back? No. Right?
Well, if he's looking for a job, you gotta take what's open.
Kid, on the other hand, yeah, he led the Mavericks to the finals last year as a coach. But this year was a massive fall off because his owner, Nico Burleson, whatever his last name is, an incompetent numbskull.
Yeah, Matt's got one for you. Courtesy of Addison.
I mean, you still want to fix the Knicks? Really? Me going Super Saiyan?
In front of Citi Field.
They spelled field wrong.
It's an AI. Well, you do go a little bananas. You like it?
Sure, it's fine. But again, at least get the spelling right, damn it.
Max says, "What's up, brother? Good to see you, John Wick." And he's got the John Wick hair cut. Just chilling, getting a smoke on McIntyre. Everybody's asking if I'm back. I guess I'm back.
If the Knicks really want to chip, they need to fire
Trevor
Dolan.
What's that?
If the Knicks really want the title, they're going to need to get rid of Dolan sooner or later. I don't care if he owns the team. He's been incompetent.
Ramirez bloops one into right field for a leadoff single. Brett says, "Go grab some Mexican pellet trees, brother." You guys are nuts.
Abrams doesn't bother to chase a 75-mile-an-hour curveball right over the plate. Washington leaves the bags loaded. Cubs still up 5-0.
Mets thinks there should be a Hulk one. You see, that's a good picture. Cheers and beers for your scene. Mets just needs to be juiced up. Mets, I think if you were like jacked, I think everyone would be in trouble. What do you think?
Maybe.
I think with your temper, I think if you were powerful, that you might use it in the wrong way. What do you think? Especially at work. I can't spell sometimes, yeah. Woo, great pitch. Dropped the 74-mile curveball right in there. City filled. You look great, brother Mets.
Yeah.
Welcome, you seen?
So naughty.
Microwave them first. He's talking about this pellets. Fry down on strikes for the first out. Yassine says, "Imagine Mets taking steroids."
Nope.
Yeah, I think that would be bad for the whole neighborhood. Infrared says, "Hell yeah, Eddie. Viva Mexico." Okay. Guys are nuts. God. Why are they doing a shift on this guy?
3-pointer from Caruso, and you got it.
All right, so it's first and second, one down. coming up for a mound visit. Max Fried had a great game, though. 6 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Lowers his ERA to 1.78. DB says Mets is looking like Bobby Lashley ranting about Carlos Mendoza. Bobby Lashley is like almost 50 years old. That guy's still jacked. Scott says, Mets, what's the score?
The finals?
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's 19-13 OKC.
How long before the Yankees get the kid out of Pittsburgh? I think we are going to get him. Yeah, I think we are going to get him. I don't know if it's this year. That would be crazy for them to. Oh, Volpe goes to third.
And McConnell cuts right to the cup.
Oh my God, Volpe! Always with Volpe with these
Arnstein.
ground ball. Volpe gets it, goes to third base, and makes an errant throw.
Could have just run with it.
Like no, talking about the baseball game.
Oh, I'm just saying he could have run with it and gotten the out.
No,
Just step on the bag and he would have gotten him.
No. He's a shortstop. It was a first and second. Ground ball to Volpe. All he needs to do was throw to third base, short distance.
Or throw to second.
No, well, for the force out, they wanted to get the lead runner. And
He had their chance at the double play ball.
no, you wouldn't have got it. The ball was hit towards the third base side of shortstop. So he got to the ball. His only play was third base, and he threw it wide of the bag. So now it's bases loaded, 1 out, and Mark Leiter's getting pulled.
And you're starting to feel PTSD from the World Series with Volpe doing that.
He's been doing it all season. Tim Hill's coming in to replace him.
Walk and over the net. Arnstein gets the bank play in. Why didn't you stay with the Knicks, Hartenstein?
Because he wanted to get paid.
Well, that and he wanted more chances to do some stuff on offense.
He was good in his role. He just wanted a bigger role. He had an opportunity to play more and make more money. Can't blame him.
Yeah, but it's back at where he was meant to be, on the bench.
Well, they got Chet Holmgren, so.
Siakam to McConnell, swings it out to Mathurin. Shot blocked, rebound Hartenstein.
All right.
Sorry.
I think you're addicted to play-by-play. Thunder is slicing up the Pacers defense. I hope so. I'm not going to watch a second of it, but I would just like to see OKC beat Indiana.
Imagine awful coaching having to praise Mark Danilo for this game if the Thunder win.
I don't know who Mark Danilo is.
The Thunder head coach.
And now you said praising him?
Yeah, because if you watch Awful Coaching's channel, he goes off on the coaches for incompetence on defense, and calling some of them criminals and terrorists. His biggest targets are guys like Tom Thibodeau, J.J. Redick, Joe Mazzulla, J.D. Bickerstaff, Kenny Atkinson, Steve Kerr sometimes.
So basically half the league.
Like Rick Carlisle, Mark Danilo, or however you pronounce it. But yeah. I mean, the name of his channel says it all. Awful coaching.
Swing and a miss. Big strikeout, Tim Hill. Lefty on lefty. Scott says, don't watch that. Don't watch that chip, Mets. It poisons your brain.
But Donald has some points on some of that. On those.
Strike one to Noel. Big Christmas. It's be a big out to get out of this inning. Swings the ball way outside for a quickly 0-2 count. Batter calls timeout.
To Harnstein. Harnstein finds a lane. Got it and one. John Cena sucks. Yeah. And they play You Can't See Me as soon as the whistle blows.
Yassine says this feels like a playoff game right now. Yeah, bases loaded, 2-run lead.
Question is, when the Yankees get to the playoffs, can they actually beat someone that's not from the AL Central?
That's just how they get.
I'm just saying, every year they've made it since 2017, every series they've won has been against an AL Central squad. Yes or no?
From what I remember. But they don't think. Did they play the Tigers? I don't think they played the Tigers, have they?
2012 was the last time they played the Tigers.
Fly ball, Bellinger's under it. That looked like an adventure. But
Yankees,
Tim Hill gets out of it.
Yankees
Gets
dodge a bullet.
Yes.
Do they not?
They did. Bases loaded. One down. Big strikeout. Got the guy to pop up. Everybody knows. Seventh inning stretch time, Mets.
Go ahead.
You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Yassine says that Volpe reminds me of the World Series Game 5 he made. Yeah, I'm not very high on him. But seventh inning stretch time. Let's enjoy the sweet sounds of Grammy winning award or Grammy Award winning artist. Mets 2-1-2-8 here in the flesh and here vocally for God Bless the USA.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Goodbye, good night. Happy Veterans Day, and God fucking bless America.
I miss it every time. There he is.
Cracking. Hey,
What,
Murdoch.
what'd you say?
Cracking.
Chilling, brother. Got a
Hey,
big
man.
win for you guys.
Yeah, that was it's a great series. Every game this year between the Mets has been a great game.
Yeah.
NLCS rematch. Coming soon.
Possible preview.
Hell yeah. Hey, Mets.
Then do not rub in what happened today, okay?
No, I'm not that kind of guy.
He's not. He won the World Series like a gentleman last year.
Yep. No, I just did you not hear a word I said when I came in here? I said every game this year between the Mets has been a great game.
Nah, Mets.
I love the sport of baseball, and it's better when the games are, like 18-2. Mets. Mets. Like you hate watching a game that's 18-2, right?
True.
Unless your team's up by 16.
Not that lunatic.
Like what the
Thank
Dodgers
God.
did at the Yankees.
Again, Knicks went further than the Lakers.
They did. Fucking JJ Redick, man.
LeBron at any and all costs.
No, JJ Redick refused to play a 7-footer against Rudy Gobert, which is fucking stupid.
Well, that and the fact that having LeBron on there for as long as it has done you guys more harm than good.
Which was so freaking dumb. I hated it. It was poopy. Hey, Sean, what's up? Yeah, I'm happy that we got Luka, and he's gonna re-sign for a long-term deal. Hopefully, that would be tremendous. Who do you want the next coach of the Knicks to be? Mike Malone?
Either him or Johnny Bryant.
True that.
But what I do not want is a trade for Kevin Durant.
Oh, for Cat?
I mean, if there's one thing I hate about Leon Rose, it's the guy's a dim-witted skinflint. I mean, he's a dim-witted spendthrift.
Yep. But he's running the show, right?
Years in terms of depth development, and draft capital with his stupid get-rich-quick trades.
It would have been a different series if that shot didn't fall for Halliburton in the first game. That was crazy.
Or the Knicks actually played defense instead of or if Tibbs called timeouts faster, or to stop the momentum, or if the Knicks actually did better on defense in the last 2.5 minutes.
You're darn tootin'. You're darn tootin'. But how about Edwin Diaz? I'm not rubbing it in or anything, but that's great. Edwin Diaz, 2 blown saves in a row.
He wasn't even on tonight.
I know, but the previous 2 games.
That was Brazaban who blew it, not him.
No, not the first 2 games.
I'm saying the second game, that wasn't him on the mound. That was Brazaban.
Yeah, but on the first 2 was.
The guy who lost it for the Mets in the other game was me on the set. Me on Tuesday wasn't Diaz. It was Budo. Diaz never got in the game on Tuesday.
All right. Okay.
Is what I'm trying to tell you, Addison.
Yeah. He did.
I don't think Eddie's an expert on the Mets, and neither am I.
I'm looking.
Was there 2 blown saves, Eddie? That's what you're trying to say?
Just one.
Oh, 1. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Did you just say darn tootin'?
Yeah. Said darn tootin'. You're darn tootin'.
You're darn tootin'.
Sure, Diaz blew the game on Monday, but that was it.
All right. Okay.
Could have swore he was in the game after a while. Oh, yeah, Sean. I'm back, Sean.
Edwin hasn't pitched in 3 days.
Yep. Tin Man
Thibodeau.
At least now that hunk of junk's in the scrap yard where he belongs.
Star Wars. Hell yeah.
No, actually, the Tin Man thing is Wizard of Oz.
I know, but the hunk of junk's in the scrap yard. It's like what Anakin said about Grievous. Turn him to scrap.
Eddie looking like he's playing for the Dodgers.
That'd be cool.
Yassine says, what about Jay Wright as the Knicks head coach?
I don't want a college coach.
Well, he's been out of coaching for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
But he's never been the head coach of an NBA team anyway.
Got that Villanova connection with Hart, and
that's why we're kind of thinking. Yassine brought that up the other day. I know it was a ESPN thing, but it's a possibility.
Yeah. I came out of the pen to smoke some gas, Scott.
He said,
but over here, though. I'm doing that over here, though.
Yeah.
I just wonder
you look like a flamethrower reliever coming in throwing 100.
I'm wondering how the NBA is going to handle primetime games on NBC during the weeknights.
All right. The crew is moving on.
Eddie, you got an Oculus?
Huh?
You have an Oculus?
No.
Trying to see if we get people on the Oculus to mess around on that thing. It's pretty fun, man, the virtual reality stuff.
Too bad it'll give you a headache if you play it too long.
Maybe if you play too long. I mean, I haven't.
I mean, remember the Virtual Boy? That thing gave you a headache within an hour.
The Virtual Boy, or the I had the thing that went over the screen that zoomed it in and made it all huge on the Game Boy.
Well, I'm just saying, anyone remember the Virtual Boy? The Virtual Boy?
No.
Not really.
It was that giant visor thing, a hunk of junk that Nintendo created in '95 as a stopgap before the N64 came out.
I don't remember.
The biggest flops. Only a handful of games made for it. Black and red vectorized graphics. You put your head in this visor. The controller was screwed up. Had 2 D-pads, set of buttons, and because the graphics were all red and black, it strained your eyes and left you with a headache.
That doesn't sound funny.
Cody Bellinger, base hit. See if they send the runner from second. Yep, Trent Grisham's going to score.
I miss him.
Aaron Judge is going to get into third base safely, and Cody Bellinger, all 3 RBIs for the Yankees today.
That's my MVP, man. I miss him. He was a great Dodger
and a Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
Nagatier's going to start using darn tootin'.
Good, yeah. It's a nice alternative of saying other things.
Yeah.
This hunk of junk is what I'm talking about.
Oh dang!
I never even heard of it.
How would you even? What would you sit? Indian style, right there, cross legs.
You had to be set on a table. You had to play on the floor.
Yeah, I guess right in front of you, and you're like Probably lean into it.
Yeah.
Screw that.
And it would leave you with an eye strain, cause you
Yeah,
to get
that's-
headaches within an hour.
that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, hard pass. Scott Foster says Mets. I heard Rick Pitino is their man. They're going to hire
No.
him.
You tried it once with him and he failed back in the late 80s or early 90s.
Well, I need him at St. John's anyway.
Look out. Just don't hire Frank Vogel or Darvin Ham, and you'll be all right.
Or JJ Redick if he gets fired by the Lakers.
I don't
I
think
don't
he
know.
get fired.
Yeah, I
They
don't
would
think that.
they would have done it already.
I'm just saying he's more of an analyst than he is a coach.
I heard they're trying to poach Jason Kidd away from the Mavericks.
You really want to do the BS Dallas conspiracy again? Thanks, but no.
Yep.
I mean, it's all a failed attempt at a coup to get Giannis, but I don't want Giannis.
You'd
I'm
probably be in the
not gonna
minority on that one.
sacrifice any more draft capital. Something Leon Rose is gonna get through his thick effing skull.
Hell yeah.
Mets, you're on something today. Man.
Hey, he's going Super Saiyan, Murdoch.
I
He's
know.
going Super Saiyan.
Who was in that picture?
And if he tries it, I would just hold him at gunpoint, bet him to have him beg for mercy, and then I'd yell at him,
What, Smokey? Dog's trying to come in.
Super Saiyan.
Hell yeah.
The Yankees tack on two more or another run.
Oh yeah.
Chisholm with a base hit.
Mets, I didn't spell field in the background. That was all AI's fault.
I know, I already pointed that out.
Yeah, I know. I was watching when you pointed it out.
And the
But
Y
yeah.
on the cap looks more like an X.
No, you're ready for everything. You're ready to defend City Field with your life.
Would prefer you had me go Super Saiyan 3, though.
Put Super Saiyan 3 next time. You want that hair going down your back? Super Saiyan
We get-
7 or something?
And
We get
shave
Mets
the,
in
head,
there.
the eyebrows off.
We'll get Mets an Infinity Gauntlet.
The
Or give me the anti-life equation.
anti-life equation.
That's from Dark Side. Yassine says any person who takes the next head coach will feel the pressure, especially if that new head coach fails to get the Knicks to the finals next year.
Yep,
Hmm.
finals are bust.
Well, with the team you got, you have to go far.
Yeah, but like I said, a lot of people aren't happy with the old kitty cat, so they might want to get rid of him.
I'd get rid of Bridges first. All right, so we talked about this probably sometime last week. Potential rumblings as of last week about Giannis wanting to be a Knick.
It's wild. They're gonna have to
You're
give
gonna
up a lot.
Well,
I don't want Giannis. I do not want to sacrifice any more draft capital. I do not want to play Leon Rose's game of get rich quick.
well, you got
That's how it is. That's how it is in sports nowadays.
the Oculus. He says, "Addy, get one, super dope." Well, they got it's like Meta 3s. They changed the names. I have an Oculus. Well, I have a like a Meta Quest, I think. Now they have the 2 and the 3s coming out, or the 4s coming out. You lay on your belly with your feet in the air and play, right, Mets?
What?
He's talking about for the Virtual Boy.
You're playing more on your. Sometimes. Other times you're playing at a table.
This is Smokey Murdoch. I don't know if you ever.
Hey, Smokey. Oh, damn.
Mets don't like dogs. What are you doing, bro?
I actually got I got rid of Mets on X. I was trying to get rid of the AI one. I mean the the virtual boy thing.
Oh,
Mets, you could pop back in. I made a mistake. Scott. Well, I missed this one. Addy has a bong that looks like that. The virtual boy.
that'd be crazy.
Mets, you can click back in. I made a mistake. Mets, get the superstar when you have the chance. Yeah, I mean, you got Brunson on. You know, the team. You got Cat now. You got the players. Ground ball.
Yeah, it works. It works for some teams. You got to get lucky, though, of course. But Kawhi with the Raptors, Stafford with the Rams. It happens. What is other guy? Okay. Oculus Golf.
Oh, that would be fun. I was looking into a baseball one. But they charge like $20 a month just to play it.
Yeah.
Stephanie says another bases loaded and couldn't do it again. Yeah. But they did pick up 2 more runs. So we do got 4. And pitching staff has been doing their thing. 2 outs here in the 8th. Can I go fishing one of those things? Possibly.
What do you think? Outside of the Tigers and the Guardians, probably your 2 biggest opposition in the American League this year?
Is who?
The
Guardians?
Tigers and the Guardians. Well, the Guardians are seeming like they're always there at the end.
Yeah, but they're never really a threat. They're there, but they're not a threat. I think it's really just the Tigers, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I did not expect them to be this good. Crazy.
Their ace is really good.
Yeah.
Schoolboy, man. Schoolboy's good. Cool dog out. Yeah, where is it? What was the dog's name?
Smokey.
Smokey?
Yep.
Did he leave?
No, he's right here. He was trying to come.
We're going to have Smokey and Smoke Dog. Brody. Bomber's girlfriend's dog. Have you ever seen his dog or his girlfriend's dog?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, man, that dog is high as a kite every day. He just sits there with his tongue out, just chilling. Mets, I clicked the wrong button.
Noticed.
I said I was sorry. Jeez. I was trying to get rid of the virtual boy, but what I didn't realize was that you had it up as a share screen thing. Max says it was a joke because of how short the cord was with the controller and the goggles. Nothing against Max. Lovely guy. Awesome dog, bro.
Thanks, Sean.
Baseball would be totally cool. Yeah, I saw, and tennis would be cool too. It would. I'm gonna have to get something like that. If I could figure out how to work the controllers, I would definitely do something.
I've seen a video of some guy wearing an Oculus. He's like, it's like he's walking on a hanging beam over a building or something like that.
Yeah,
and he's like freaking out.
I think McAteer said, and I don't know if he was talking about his father-in-law or his father. I think Mac was saying that stand on the beam, and even though they know they're like in the living room,
yeah,
when you have it on, you're like, oh, like you.
That'd be freaky.
Yeah, it's great because even like, all right, so my like home base for my account,
yeah,
I have mine in a space station. So floating in space. And I guess it was like a little glitchy to where I was outside the space station. I was actually floating in space. And I got all these like not planes, but like these spaceships flying below me, above me. And I'm looking down and I'm looking at like Mars. And I was like, oh my God, it's like you get like this butterfly feeling. It's pretty cool.
Can you imagine if you ate a certain kind of fungus before you did that?
With caps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
That would be, yeah. Or maybe a little stamp on the tongue.
Oh, dude. Yeah, send a letter before you go. Yeah, put a stamp on it.
Yeah. That would be bugged out. I can't even imagine.
That'd be wild.
The baseball one's cool though, because they put you like in the real stadiums, and then you have this like AI whatever pitcher throws whatever pitch, and it comes in quick and it moves, and then something gets attached to a bat, and you swing it, and it shows you where it would land.
That's cool. Oh yeah.
Scott says maybe we know what Rogers is really doing in the darkness. Imagine that he was playing VR games. Addy, you watching? Do you watch Call of Duty?
Me?
Do I
No.
watch it?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
So they have like professional gamers, right?
Yeah.
And it used to be like 5 people. Now it's 4 people a team. And it's like 12 to 16 teams in the league, and they represent different cities. And they actually sign with other teams. Like there's no trades, but one team drops someone, they get signed by another team if they upgrade that team. You know what I mean?
That's
So
dope.
probably one of the best teams that won the last 2 tournaments is a team called the LA Thieves.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cade.
what?
Cade.
Who?
What's his name? Nate Shot.
Yeah.
Shot,
I think Nate Shot. Nate Shot. I think owns it.
Yeah.
I think he's the owner of the team. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
watch his streams sometimes, here and there. But he plays a lot of Marvel Rivals. That game's dope.
I watch every stream now, like all the tournaments and all even the other stuff.
I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5 online lately.
Well, the new one's coming out, right?
Next year.
Next year.
As of right now, they pushed it back like 4 or 5 times already.
Boxing would be another good game. It's a good workout. The only hard thing about the boxing is the head thing is heavy, so it's like whipping around would be kind of maybe if you could just like block. I don't know if you could like sidestep and move around.
There's got to be like different, like you can like go on a ride at like Six Flags or something like that, or a roller coaster or something. That'd be cool too.
These are things we got to look at. I actually put it up on the screen like a week or 2 ago during a stream. How did I do it? I think it was like on my phone or something, or no, I opened up a browser and it was streaming. What I was seeing was going to that website. So I put that website on the screen and I was jumping off trampolines, dunking basketball, trying. What's up, Yassine?
What's up, Murdoch?
Chilling, sir.
What's up, Yassine?
Hello, Yassine.
Yo, what are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers signing with the Steelers?
Don't care.
FTG.
Just wanted to see it for the memes.
Yeah.
He didn't really have any options. It was Steelers or retirement, really.
Or wait for someone to get hurt.
It took too long to sign him.
I think there was an article that came out that said he waited for a reason post June 1st.
He wanted to see how wanted he was and realized he wasn't.
Yeah. Like there was really one option.
Yeah.
Even like the Saints, right? You lose Derek Carr, he retires. They'd rather go with Spencer Rattler.
Not the memes.
Yeah, that's wild.
They'd rather go with Spencer Rattler than Aaron Rodgers.
The guy the Saints drafted, he's injury prone.
Who'd they draft?
I don't even know how to say his name.
They Shuck.
Yeah.
They got yeah, they
Tyler
got
Shuck.
yeah,
They drafted him. Okay,
yeah.
and he's
Yeah, he's
older
injury
too.
prone.
Huh?
He's
They don't
old.
give a shuck about Aaron Rodgers.
No. No.
Now he might not even want to go there, but I don't think I didn't hear anybody was interested in him outside of Pittsburgh.
I know, surprising
now-
the Giants didn't go. He probably wanted to go to the Giants and saw that they signed Russell Wilson and said, "Oh well, there goes that."
Yeah, and put it this way, now there's no George Pickens there.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of Metcalf and who else after that?
Yeah, they got Metcalf now. Which, man, if they had both of them,
And Cubs are back on top of the NL in a record of 39-23.
thanks, Vince. Thank you.
Good.
Scott says Steelers and Rodgers have known this for 2 or 3 months. That's why they didn't panic about a quarterback. Yeah, I guess they probably had an agreement. Go see you first week in June.
Never.
Yeah, I think someone said he was spotted out there a couple months ago or something like that.
Yeah, he was throwing with DK.
Yeah, driving around in a regular car. Like he rented a regular old car, didn't get a fancy one. The Rockies 12-50.
They just swept Miami. Of all the teams for them to sweep, Miami.
Yeah, break up the run.
Get away from them. This was an easy series, and they squander it.
Scott says Todd Haley called it playing out like this a couple months ago. Yeah, this one was an easy one to call, though, wasn't it? I don't know the reason why he waited till June 1st. Maybe see if he had more options.
What's he got on to replace Hill?
Yes.
Yeah, Loazica's pitching right now.
You want to come in or go out?
Rockies are screwing up a great season. They are. I always like seeing history being made. And even if it's for most losses in it.
Well, they still got 72 more games to lose in order to get it.
I have confidence in them that they could do that.
At least with 3 against the Mets, it should be easy to lose those.
Scott says the next
Dog, at least.
Huh?
I say at least Devin Williams not pitching today.
Yeah, and that guy could blow a 4-run lead with the best of them. All you got to do is get this guy here, Ramirez. Get him out, and we're good. Explanation was because he was going to go to the voluntary workout, so he didn't want it to be a big deal if he wasn't there. Okay, and he's back.
What up?
That's a good point, Scott. Yeah, since he wasn't going to voluntary workouts. Devin Williams is warming up in the bullpen. See you soon. You jinxed us.
Damn.
You said it, and now he's getting warmed up. At the moment, though, there's no need.
It's just in case.
Yeah. But, I mean, if he has to come in, that means something bad's happening, and he's the last guy you want to get put in. So they're showing the schedule.
So, Edison, how you feel about Tanner Scott closing so far?
He's trash.
He's trash.
Trash only.
I mean, I think it's still early.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Still early though. I think it's just a confidence thing.
Struck him out.
Just waiting for trying to come back.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of injuries on your starting rotation and bullpen.
That's how it is, man. They've been the most injured staff since like 2022 or something like that. But
and you guys are still winning. Your offense is killing it. Yep.
You darn tootin'. You darn tootin'.
You darn tootin'. They took our jobs. Darn tootin'.
He took our news.
Took our jobs. Manzardo flies to left field. That's going to be the second out. 2 down, 1 to go. Carlos Santana coming up.
Carlos Santana.
Edison, are you a Rams fan too?
No way. I'm a Jets fan.
You're not Rams?
No, I'm a
Oh,
Jets fan.
really?
Oh yeah,
But the Rams are in LA though.
they are. But when I was growing up, they weren't. He turned it down. He turned it down real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, was it loud? It was only on 65.
All right.
That was really loud.
Put on 100. Put on 100.
Oh, you want me to put it on 100? I loaded down to 50. Just for shits and giggles. All right, I'll play it again, but tell me how it is at 50.
He wins. It's still loud.
That was good.
Steve wins.
It's good.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll drop down 44. Let's see how 45 sounds.
Sounds great at any volume.
Okay. Well, I don't want to blow eardrums out. Ground ball. Nice snag. Paul Goldschmidt on for defensive reasons. Comes into
Murdoch.
the game.
Hell yeah. Get
That'll
that
do
down.
it. Yankees have won 8 of their last 9 series since May 5th. That'll do it. Yankees improved to 38-23 on the year.
What's the ninth one?
What's that?
What was
Oh,
the
the
ninth one?
series. Probably the Dodgers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you knew that.
I might have known that. Well, what's the point of asking trivia if you don't know the answer?
Oh, man. Scott says, in my fantasy league, baseball league, I picked up Yarbrough just in time for his last start. Isn't that great? The one win, I think he started the win we got against the Dodgers. Scott says, Addy, I was tired of winning with the Dodgers and the Lakers, so I had to increase the Jets.
Oh, that's how you know I'm not a bandwagon fan. I'm a Jets fan. If I was a bandwagon fan, I would not like the Jets.
Landon in the house. What's up, Landon? Landon is only Landon could do.
Yeah.
Hey, Dodger fan, y'all trash.
No, I'm just looking this way. I want to read the comments.
Hi, Mets fan, you're all trash.
All right.
Yeah. Landon's
Oh, I know who Landon is. You don't gotta tell me.
hey, I heard them Dodgers won the World Series last year. You darn tootin'.
Yeah.
We're on the darn tootin' pick right now.
Darn Tootin's taking over. Oh wow. What did Mets do? I said, what did you do to Landon?
To who?
What did you do to Landon?
I don't know.
You didn't do anything. Landon just, if you root for another team, Landon just attacks you. Being a New York team. Landon is a Panthers fan and a Yankee fan.
Okay. You have no room to call any team trash. Now, the Carolina.
Is he talking about Florida?
Not back Carolina.
Is he talking about Florida Panthers or Carolina Panthers that he was?
Carolina.
Oh.
Man.
Rootin' tootin'. Yeah, is it rougher being a Panthers fan or a Jets fan?
Panthers. Well, they've been to a Super Bowl more recently, but he probably wasn't alive for that.
They've been to 2.
Yeah. Yeah. What happened in both of them?
They got no rings. They're allergic to rings just like the Buffalo Bills. Rodgers officially signed a 1-year deal with the Steelers. Yeah. Steelers not fan. They've been to 2. They should have. Yes, they should have beaten New England.
Yeah.
A lot of teams should have beat New England in the Super Bowl. The Falcons blew it.
The Rams blew it.
Rams blew it. Yeah,
The Falcons super blew it. Yeah, that's
And the Seahawks too.
Story. Yeah, nothing beats the Falcons.
Yes, Seahawks. So the Panthers, the Rams, the Seahawks, and who did we say was the other one? That's 4 though, right? Rams, Seahawks, Panthers. Who was the other one? We just said them.
The Eagles? They beat the Eagles too.
No.
The Panthers?
Falcons, Rams, Panthers. Either way. Oh, we said that. Falcons, Rams, Panthers. Oh, there was another team.
Seahawks.
Falcons, Rams, Panthers, Seahawks. Right. That's 4 Super Bowls that Brady has. So they really could be like 2-7 in the Super Bowl.
I thought it was Rams. Twice. Panthers, Eagles, Seahawks, Falcons, and then Chiefs for Brady.
I'm just saying, they should have lost a lot more Super Bowls than they did.
Should have lost to the Panthers. Should have lost to the Falcons. Should have lost to the Seahawks.
If T.O. was healthy, they would have lost to the Eagles that year.
Eesh. Thunder defense has been swarming Indiana.
Who
19-4. The turnover.
T.O. had a broken leg that Super Bowl. Yeah.
Landon says, "Hey, Mets fan, y'all. You know, all y'all got is Pete Alonso. You know, Juan Soto's trash."
Screw you, Landon, you little
PG Showman.
5-letter D word.
5-letter D word?
I think he means 4-letter.
No, it's
No,
5
no,
because I
it's
can't
5.
really say the other word. But even if I could say this one, it would still get censored.
What's the 5? What's the 5 letter?
It's a type of bag.
I'll type in the private chat.
It's a type of bag.
Yeah,
Murdoch.
but that's 6 though.
Check
Oh yeah, it is 6.
Yeah, I think he means 6.
I think it's a 6-letter word.
No. You meant a different word.
Oh, 5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, that's a 5-letter word. Okay.
I was thinking of the bag.
Yeah, I was thinking of the type of bag too.
But I was like, that's 6 though, not 5.
Yeah.
Scott says, then there's a few playoff games they should have lost to Tucker. Well, yeah, they shouldn't even got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. What up, Nate? Hell yeah.
Did they ever lose a game due to the holy roller?
Screw it.
Did the Patriots ever lose a game due to the holy roller?
No, I think that was a Raiders game, right? With Dave Casper in the 70s. He kept
know the holy roller rule. If the ball is touched by another offensive player within the last 2 minutes of the game or overtime, it's dead on the spot. Spot on a fumble.
Makes sense.
I'll text you the word, Nate.
No, we're gonna play Hangman.
There you go.
Landon says, Addison, the Dodgers are overrated.
That's fine. I mean, dude, they just won the World Series. They're probably the best team in the National League outside of the Mets.
And maybe the Cubs.
The Cubs will Cub.
They're still the best team in baseball. It's not really an argument.
Shohei is about to start pitching. All of our pitchers are hurt. It'd be a different story if we had perfect health in our pitching staff. It'd be great.
Yeah, but imagine if Ohtani screws up his arm again. He'll never
Why are you
pitch
gonna Why are you gonna put that evil on us?
Landon says, "Y'all ass."
I'm going to a Mets game in July, Mets. I'm going to a Mets game with Nate and a bunch of people.
against who?
The Yankees, City Field.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And then the Brewers
4th
a
of
few
July.
days before that. Brewers a few days before that.
Landon says, Mets still get owned by the Yankees. Mets is ready to lose his mind. Mets little finger. Hey, Landon, be nice to Mets.
Yeah. You're darn tootin' be nice to Mets.
Darn tootin'. Fred says the Dodgers are taking it all this year again. That's a guarantee, 100%.
I support that statement.
Fred says,
You want me to mail you to Abu Dhabi infrared?
What?
Well,
Aaron
Garfield tries to do it to normal every time.
Aaron Judge is better than Pete Boy. Yeah, I don't think that's really a question. You know, it's a good player, but different
Piston
tier.
landing cereal.
Landon, who pissed in your cereal?
I know, right?
I'll tell you.
Landon, come on down, Landon. Come on down. You see that link right there? Click that thing.
Infrared, which will win the Super Bowl.
In Pittsburgh. Took them long enough.
That's right, Infrared. Let them know, you boogie. Hell yeah.
Pete ain't no polar bear.
What? Are we gonna play that game? Okay, so what? Kobe wasn't a Black Mamba. Michael Jordan wasn't really in the air.
He was in the air.
Wilt wasn't really a stilt.
He wasn't.
What are we? Go ahead, Nate. Keep it going. I know you got some.
Kevin Garnett wasn't actually a ticket.
Yeah, there you go.
Somebody actually wasn't a spider. Who was it? Who did they call Spider?
I would say that Karl Malone never delivered a package in his life, but he certainly has. And it went to the wrong address.
Paul Malone never, in fact, works for the Postal Service.
Yes.
No, he's not a challenger. He just he's a Yankee fan. And when it's the Mets and Dodgers, then
yeah, it brings up oh, yeah.
Nate is where it is. Nate says Landon is not a holder. He drops shit. Yo, Nate just said you got hands like Alan Lazard.
Oh, yeah. What's up, hot hands? You're the best player on our team. Oh man.
I'm sure right now he's
he's Googling insults. How do I insult someone in me? So he's Googling right now.
He's not a holder. How's it going, Nate?
Oh yeah.
Just to get a little recap on the Yankee game. Yankees 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. Guardians no runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Yankees improved to 38-23. Cleveland drops to 33-28.
And Central, that puts them now what? 10 back of the Tigers? Or are they still 8?
I don't know. All I know is Max Fried gets the win, 8-1 now on the year. 6 innings strong, only gives up 1 hit. Strikes out 7, drops his ERA to 1.78. Ciccone gets the loss. He drops to 1-2.
Okay, they're 6.5 behind the Tigers.
Damn. They'll get the wild card.
Well,
They'll be one of the wild cards for sure.
The Yankees struck him. The Yankee pitchers had 10 strikeouts. The Yankees shockingly only struck out 5 times. Cody Bellinger had 2 hits and 3 of the RBIs, 3 out of the 4. Jazz Chisholm went 3 for 4 with an RBI.
Going to be a good game tomorrow night in Motor City.
Peraza, 2 hits.
Who's playing tomorrow night in Motor City?
Oh, Cubs and Tigers.
Nice.
A little basketball update. The Thunder are up 12 at the half.
Nice. So
Right,
next, or whenever the Athletics finally make the move, do you think they change their name?
But they're not leaving California until 28.
Yeah, they got a couple of years there, but he says when they move.
Yeah,
I think so.
When they finally make the move, do they change?
You know what's bad? Tampa, once Tropicana's field is up and ready to operate again, Tampa has to be stuck in there until 2029.
They need to move too. They hardly get any game. Oh, you see, there was like 5,000 people or something like that at the Marlins game the other day.
That's it?
Something like that.
I heard about that.
One of the crappiest teams in baseball. You know that, Murdog.
No, 5,000 people?
Yeah, there was. Yeah,
they had 10,000 in that building.
There was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you only have 5,000 people.
On average, they usually get only around 9,000. And that's it best.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, I think it was Marlins and Rockies, I think.
Yeah, it was that game.
Yeah, there was. There was
like I said, on average, Marlins don't get more than 9,000 to 12,000 people in that venue because. Stop.
You okay there, buddy?
I'm okay.
How long before Alan Lazard is in Pittsburgh?
Weeks.
The only time they sell out is when it's against the Dodgers or the Yankees or any big market team that comes in town.
Even then, they only get around 15 or 20,000 in that case.
Oh yeah, Landon long snapper. That's what made me laugh earlier. Not a holder. He's a long snapper.
This is Nate. Shut up. Who has better hands, Lazard or Aaron Smith? Screw my life.
A snake.
So far, Lazard. I mean, Aaron hasn't caught a pass in the NFL, but it was very Lazard-esque.
There's been some good. I've been hearing good things about Aaron Smith. People that have been able to see him at camp.
A lot of guys look good at camp, though. That's why I didn't really do anything with OTAs and stuff. It's like this guy running around in shorts, or leg pads with jerseys. Yeah, it's just there.
Separation.
This doesn't mean much. We always get all these good, all the stories out of OTAs, and it doesn't maintain throughout the regular season. So it's. Len says, I say the only reason the Mets fan is a Mets fan because they ain't won no World Series.
Yeah, they have. And why would someone be a fan of a team because they never won? What?
Mets have won a few.
They won 2.
Right? They got 3?
3 or 4?
I believe. Didn't they got 69, 73, and 86?
No, they didn't win in 73. They choked that one.
They lost, or they lose that one to the A's?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course,
we have 2.
The Yankees and Royals, which are the last 2 times they got to the World Series.
Yeah, so.
They never won the Series in Kansas City, though.
They should have beat the Royals.
Red 2 Roberto Duran's. I remember Roberto Duran. Jets will lose week 1. Blasphemous. Now, who do we got?
The Steelers.
We got Rodgers then, right? Steelers.
Yeah. It's going to be great seeing Quinnen sack him like 3 times. So,
Oh, that's what Scott means. 2 guys with stone hands. Hands of stone. Yeah. Roberto Duran did have hands of stone. What has the A's attendance been like?
probably trash. The scene's looking it up. He's looking. He's typing away.
Right back in the day, we called the guys. He went this. The guys who couldn't catch, they call them brick mitts.
I think it's only 3,000. They're selling
my
out
team.
3,000.
Wow, really? In Sacramento?
Yeah, I think it's 3,000. I mean, they're playing the minor league park though,
Yeah.
like 9,000 seats.
So are the Rays.
We have an emergency contact with Mets. I don't know, Mets. Who's your emergency contact?
She's living upstairs.
Is it this guy?
No.
Nate, that's lit, huh? Nate, isn't that dope?
I actually have 2 emergency contacts. One of them is my mother. The other one, she lives right down the road from me. It's my half sister.
Okay. So, but you go Super Saiyan every time the Mets lose.
Look, the only reason I'm not going off the handle tonight is because at least we beat the Dodgers for the 2nd time in God knows how long over the last decade.
They won the season series. Now we got to make sure we have a better record than them.
Oh wait, I see this. Just trying to catch up. Mets middle finger, maybe. Red says Lazard to me mostly plays if he was afraid to get hit the last 3 years. Hopefully Smith gets developed and not play Frady Cat.
Yep.
Haven't heard that one in a while. Frady Cat. Yep, small ballpark. I helped build that sucker, but the rumor was it would be easy to expand. Scott said he helped build the Sacramento minor league stadium.
Nice.
Did you sign your name in the concrete? That's AI is awesome.
Yeah, it came out pretty good. It came out good. You know what? I'll tell you. Hold on.
Scott says, Red, Lazard looks to me like he's blind in one eye and can't see out the other. Looks like Lazard to me only has 3 fingers because he can't catch.
That's so dope right there. That's cool as hell.
How come no one made the AI Hawk one for Mets?
The AI Hawk one?
Yeah, for Mets.
Never know. He wants Mets to look like the Hulk instead of
the Hulk. I just said Hawk.
Yeah. I said Hawk.
Oh, the Hulk. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
River Cat Stadium at the time, minor league stadium. Uncle DJ's back.
Yeah, Mark.
Good evening, guys. I'm back. Yankees win. Yankees win. Oh yeah.
Block. Siakam gets the rebound and puts it in. 10-point game again.
Yep, Lazard is a one-eyed bat, Scott. Scott says, speaking of Hawk, is that guy still in Australia? I don't know. Is he still in Australia? Addie silent? I'm going to take that as a no.
Who's he talking about?
I don't know.
I didn't say a damn word.
Yeah. I didn't even say nothing. But I was looking at him because I figured he would know, and he was just silent. I was like,
it's not my story to tell, player. All right.
Yeah. Wow. I haven't seen Hawk in a long time. Hello, everyone in the chat. Mets needs to be Hulk Hogan. Can we get a Mets Hulk Hogan? Well, let me tell you something, bro.
Who's your favorite wrestler ever? Mets?
A certain dead man.
Huh?
A dead man.
Oh, okay. Which iteration of the dead man? The American Badass or the actual dead man?
Actual.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's different versions of the dead man. There's like new
Yeah.
gen era. Are you the new gen era when he had like the pale face?
Went the 04 to up to his retirement version.
When he went back to it after the American Badass days.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-oh. Possibly, but I guess we'll leave that private. So,
No hablo inglés. Sorry.
yo no sé.
No sé.
No
Yeah.
sé.
No sé, man. Hey, if you see him in another chat, you can go ahead and ask him all the questions you want, Scott. But
Red, like he said, not his story to tell.
yeah, not my story to tell, man.
DJ says actual dead man. Oh, no, the Undertaker. He meant the Undertaker, not like a former wrestler who's passed. My favorite wrestler of all time is Hoodie Johnson. Who's Hoodie Johnson?
Mine is The Rock. All day, every day. The Rock.
You smell what he's cooking?
Yeah, when he started acting, that's when I really got out of wrestling.
Trying to think, that's such a hard question for me to answer if I thought about it. I think of who I enjoyed the most. I mean, I was a Hulkamaniac as a kid, so I always had that attachment to the Hulkster. But as I got older, I'd have to say Stone Cold was my favorite character.
Damn right.
It wasn't the best in the ring, but it was just like I got to meet him a couple times. It was just like supercharged every time he came out. It was just fun,
Yeah, I got to. I worked at his house a few years ago and got
Really?
to meet him. Yeah, he's so damn cool in person.
You boys want up here?
I've actually
Yeah.
gone on my way to meet the Hardys a couple of times.
Nice.
They seem cool.
Nice
He
guys.
lived in a beachy area over here in California, and he had two houses right next door to each other.
Granted, the reason they were at one con I was at was because Matt's daughter was doing a book signing.
Nice. Matt Hardy?
Yeah. Little Evie, a 3-year-old doing a book signing.
Did you get a book signed by her?
No, I mean, it's a kid's book.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I want that.
But she signed it with a crayon?
I don't know. Maybe she had Revy sign it. And her mother sign it.
Scott says, not getting around too many chess these days. I've not seen them in ages. Yeah, I haven't either. We could start rumors then, Australian prison.
Hey, you are free to do whatever you want. Who am I to tell you?
I just
Fargo
went to
Road?
the horror convention I went to last August. They let Jeff do a concert.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy was cool.
Real Rocky Johnson, huh? Rock's dad?
What about Yassine? Did you like wrestling, Yassine?
I'll say Stone Cold's my favorite.
Nice.
What?
Oh, hell yeah.
What?
I said Stone Cold.
What?
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 Stone
What?
Cold.
What?
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 Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's.
Oh, Sting. That's a good one.
I was
I actually
never a
ran
big
into
Sting
him
guy.
last year too.
I was never a Sting guy. Red, mine was me wrestling my Hoodie Johnson.
Anyone
I
a
know what he's talking
Boogeyman fan?
about. In the beginning.
The gimmick was just stupid for me.
Yeah, but then it was like he's just eating worms, and I was just like, what?
Smashing alarm clocks over his skull.
Yeah, he come out with a long clock and stuff. I'm like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Small dog. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm gonna get you.
DJ asks, are you a Dodgers fan? Brooklyn
Yes.
or LA?
LA.
Are you a Jersey Jets fan also?
I am.
The Yankees rule, as do the Buffalo Bills.
I do not agree with that last statement, but everything else, yes, and Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
And I agree with this.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's factual and actual. You're not lying.
Facts, man. Can't argue facts.
Nope.
Red says, look up Leo Valentine on Twitter X. He makes the best Hoodie Johnson impressions ever. On Instagram, too. He's from Brooklyn. I never heard of him. Who showed me? McAteer showed me this guy, Mems. Oh, man. Have you seen him, Maddie? Do you know who he is or not? I think he's a rapper, but he just stands on the streets. You know who I'm talking about? Or not?
I have no idea.
Okay, so there's this guy, I think he's a rapper as well, but he just stands on the street corners, and as people walk by, he just makes fun of them. And he starts every sentence with, hey, yo, don't disrespect me.
Oh, yeah. I just follow him on Snap. Yeah, Gorilla. I think it's Gorilla, right? That's his name on yeah. Hey, don't you disrespect me looking like so-and-so
Yeah.
R-worded cousin.
Walking down the street with like a yellow jacket. Like, hey, yo, don't disrespect me looking like a hood big bird.
Yeah. Someone wearing all blue. Don't you disrespect me looking like a overgrown blueberry. Yeah.
God. I was like literally almost gonna pee. Like pee myself. I was like, this guy had me rolling the
Yeah,
clips.
that's hilarious.
What about the Spider-Man on the streets with the Hennessy in the hat?
From the guy Mems?
No, some guy, the Spider-Man, he wears the hat sideways, and then he has the Hennessy and the chains on.
Hennessy and a chainsaw?
No, chain on his chest, like he wears it.
On a chain? He's wearing a chain?
Yeah, you never heard of the guy? He's a Knicks fan and a Yankees fan.
I haven't seen him.
Oh. Does he do comedy?
No, he's like he goes viral. Like he's on the internet. He's like on the train, the MTA too.
He's just on the train.
And he does it outside in public in Manhattan.
Now bring up a picture. I'll put it up. Scott says Yankees Bills almost the same number of championships. PI's Addy really stoned? What?
I think he didn't mean it. I think he put an accidental P in there. And yes.
Oh, it is. Oh, because there's also an apostrophe.
I'm cool. I mean, I don't get zombie mode or comatose when I'm stoned. I just chill, man.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it probably doesn't even affect you, right? At this point?
Well, yeah, it affects me, but I don't. Some people just get like. I'm sure there's people in the chat that would take a hit and just not talk or do anything for 3 hours. Stare off in space.
If I took one or two, if I took two tokes, everything would start spinning, and I'd get paranoid.
Like that. Yeah. No,
literally start spinning up. Red says Nems started off as a battle rapper 15 years from Coney Island. He doesn't get high anymore. He's half Irish, half Puerto Rican. He finally made it. Well, that's because he's funny. I'm sure he could rap, but he's just funny. I just type like I'm really stoned at all times.
Yeah. Incognito.
That's what I'm always hoping for. Had the room spin.
Who was your strip back to wrestling? Who was your favorite person to hate? Or who did you hate the most? Mine's Triple H because of The Rock, but Triple H is dope, all in all. But he was just always up against The Rock, and I freaking hated him.
There's a lot of guys I couldn't stand. There's such a long list. But if we're
Yeah.
thinking like mainstream,
Triple H is on top for me. For who
I didn't like Triple H for a long time, and then I became a fan. I
Yeah.
didn't like him for a long time though.
When The Rock left, that's when I really started liking Triple H.
I think who I didn't like.
What about you, Mets? Who's the wrestler you hated the most?
I'm currently, I don't know. I might have to say Miz. He comes to mind. Never
Yeah,
liked him.
Miz is good. Miz is good.
I
That
have to
word
say
that
Jericho is the one I hate the most.
Jericho, yeah.
Go,
Yeah.
really?
I mean, you're basically screaming at this guy, please freaking retire. He's 53 years old. Keeps coming back. He's become a parasite to AEW.
Yeah, there's some stupid. The whole learning tree is pretty stupid. That gimmick. Uncle DJ says, is the Asian 50-50 Dodgers?
He's Japanese.
Thanks for the.
He's Japanese.
It's a good piece. Dude, you should see what he was calling them non-PG. All right. Think of the word gap.
Okay.
And
You can always private chat it too.
swap a letter.
Yeah. A letter?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so take the country.
Yeah. I got you.
Just use the first three letters.
I got you.
I'm like, what are you doing? Stop.
12-5, man. 12-5.
12-5, yeah. Thornton. Is he going to blow out his arm pitching? Don't live in the past, but the future. Jets won their ring in '69. Bills will win 3 rings before the Jets make the playoffs. Yeah, unlikely. We have
You're
a bet.
bugging. Nah.
You guys are making me feel stoned, but I'm sober as a judge.
Oh, man.
Did you guys hate Randy Orton too? When you started watching him
No, I never hated Randy Orton.
as a heel, you didn't hate him as a heel.
No, I actually like heels.
Really?
But,
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand.
I root for the bad guys in the movies too.
Yep. Everyone loves a good villain.
Especially
Especially when,
yeah.
and because the Evolution, they turned on him, so everyone was on Randy Orton's side.
You know what? I got a sacrilegious thing. I got a sacrilegious hot take. People I've never. You said wrestler that I always like hated or didn't like.
Yeah.
What would be a sacrilegious person to say?
Mankind.
No, loved him.
Okay, good. Mankind is probably the most sacrilegious wrestler to hate because he is wrestling. Was Shawn Michaels?
No.
Okay. There's another one that.
Sacrilegious to hate.
Who?
The Undertaker.
You hated him?
No, he said it would be to hate him.
No. You guys can get it. Mainstream.
Jericho?
No.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you a hint.
R-Truth.
R-Truth? No. I'll give you a hint. Retired.
Goldberg?
No.
Everyone hates him. Bret Hart especially.
I didn't hate him. Uncle DJ.
He's injured again.
That was Daniel Bryan. I hated Daniel Bryan for years, but I grew to not hate him. Haystacks Calhoun. I knew someone who looked just like him, but no.
Retired and dead or retired and alive?
Retired and alive.
Give us a one-letter hint.
He did. He's alive. That's a big hint too.
I could give you, but that'll give it away.
John Cena?
No. I mean, part of me, yes, but I used to root for Cena.
Kane,
No, Kane's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
JBL.
Hated JBL. You know what? I might have to switch my answer to JBL because I never liked JBL. Even when
Well,
it
he
was
was
in
an
the
accolade. Yeah, there are.
Kurt Angle.
No, Kurt Angle's probably one of my favorites of all time. I
Ron
think Kurt
Simmons.
Angle, he's best in the ring. Kurt Angle, in my opinion.
Brock Lesnar.
No, love Brock Lesnar, one of my favorites.
Ron Simmons.
No.
Rob Van Dam.
All right, I'll give you the best hint I can because a lot of other things would probably give it away. This person might be a lot of people's favorite of all time.
Ultimate Warrior.
No,
Sting.
Oh.
no,
Stone Cold.
nope. We already said him. I said he's my
Oh.
favorite. $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase's break. Another one I didn't like.
Undertaker.
Nope.
You said that already.
You guys are gonna kick yourselves in the ass.
Bret Hart.
Remember, I said it's sacrilegious.
Bret
Yeah.
Hart.
Mr. Epic, no. The Rock, no.
Bret Hart.
No. A lot of people would say he might be their favorite.
Macho Man.
No. Not a bad guess, though, because a lot of people love Macho Man. No, I like
Andre the Giant.
Nope.
All right. Pre-Attitude Era, post-Attitude Era. That narrows it down a bit more.
Both. He was there for both.
Eddie Guerrero.
Nope. You guys are really going to kick yourselves in the ass.
Benoit.
Yeah.
Nope.
Eddie Guerrero?
No. No,
Oh,
you just said-
Rey Mysterio.
Nope.
Oh.
I love those more. Someone going to hold him back in the nose.
Oh, Edge.
Hey, you got some poop on your head. Damn, I don't know, dude.
Edge.
You gotta know. I am telling you, you know the answer.
What's
Who
the
would be
question?
sacrilegious? A wrestler that Murdoch hated that would be sacrilegious to hate.
Edge, right?
No.
It's not Edge. Oh.
Christian.
Nope. Come on, you guys are embarrassing yourselves here.
Flair.
Flair.
Yeah?
Flair. Ric Flair. Never
Ric
liked
Flair?
Flair.
Oh.
I was just gonna say Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I should have said Mets for Ric Flair. I think that would have just the name Flair though would have gotten everybody's. Even if he said Charlotte, someone would have said Rick.
Damian Lillard made some Ric Flair shoes. You probably hate those.
Ric Flair shoes?
Yeah. He had
Someone
some
who-
Ric Flair shoes for a little while.
Do you think it's sacrilegious though for someone to say Ric Flair is probably one of my least favorites of
Probably not. I never liked him, but I wouldn't say I
Not
hated him.
really.
But I never
he's
liked
on
him.
like everyone's Mount Rushmore, right? I never thought
No, not necessarily.
Scott says, "Hey DJ,
Hey Scott. Hey Red.
we're not to make himself disappear."
Yeah, he put that Jets hat on and he disappeared.
I did. It's like our seasons by week 3. Our hopes and dreams usually gone by week 3. Murdoch, what are you see? Right here. Murdoch, what are you crazy? Ric Flair was the shit. Sacrilegious, I told you. I was just never a fan. McAteer back in the house says, "Well,
I was never a fan of his either.
Pacers have cut the lead to 6.
What about the finals? What's going on with that game, Mets?
I just said Pacers just cut the lead to 6.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a baseball game.
and Mets, they actually started that Pittsburgh-Houston game.
Third quarter ends. Oklahoma's up 9.
Think
How about
Thunder
that
and 4.
hockey game? Did you watch that last night?
No,
sleeping.
it was on TNT. I don't get that on my TV setup.
I'm too brown to watch hockey.
I woke up at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, we heard you snoring and talking in your sleep again.
Not last night. And we were on in chat last night.
Yes, you were. We snuck you in.
I took a nap. I was trying to get like an hour, and then once I went to sleep, I just wasn't waking up. Even though I set alarms, it's just alarms don't really work for me.
Real pitch to Bam.
So what's going on, DJ?
Nothing much.
Wow.
Same old, same old. Had my pork chops for dinner. Sat down
Did you
and
grill them
watched
or bake them or
Did you
fry?
have them with chicken livers?
chicken liver. No, just had them with macaroni and cheese.
How do you
and
make them?
peas.
Grilled,
Did
baked,
you guys
fried?
did you ever see the movie Accountant?
Yes, I'm waiting for number 2.
Well, number 2 is out now for free
Came out?
on Prime.
Yeah. All right.
So
I knew it was coming out one of these days.
yep. So the wife and I watched that. It's either keep her happy or come over here and be with you guys. As soon as
Made
the
the right
movie was over, I came and jumped on and saw the Yankees won 4-0. So
Yep.
anybody
They
hit
repaid
any
the
home
favor.
runs?
Bellinger had a 2-run home.
Freed pitched tonight, right?
Freed, yes.
Well, he pitched a shutout.
Yep. Well, 6 innings.
6 innings. Okay.
1 hit. He only gave up 1 hit, 7 strikeouts.
All right. Oh, come on, dog.
What?
No, not you, dog. My German Shepherd. Edison, you live in Los Angeles or what?
Yeah, close by.
Okay.
Yep.
Originally from New York?
No,
No.
Oh, this one's
Then
first.
why do you like the Jets?
because I was not a Packer fan, but I always liked Brett Favre. And when he went to the Jets, I started to like the Jets. And then the year after that, he left. But we got Mark Sanchez, and I'm a big USC fan.
Oh, okay.
So that kept me around, and then we had instant success with him. So I've just been a fan ever since the Favre days.
I hope the first game of the year, I hope your Jersey Jets just destroy the Steelers. I want to see that Melncott prima donna, that guy who was horrible in the clubhouse, go from like 9 for 30 and 120 yards, 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles, 6 sacked 5 times by the Jets. I hate him. And here he comes in later with Pittsburgh. Oh, geez, I'll come in whenever I can come in. You know, Aaron Rodgers. He should have retired as a Packer back when he was playing with the Packers.
Well, he didn't want to go out like that.
Yeah. Well,
Scott Foster says, "Don't laugh, but I made cabbage steaks for dinner tonight, and they were killer." A cabbage steak?
That's not a thing.
and then finally, the Jets could beat the Steelers, and then the Jets will beat the Bills in the last game of the year because the Bills will have everything wrapped up. So that'll probably be the Jets' only 2 wins this year.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, come on.
Hey, did you get my predictions earlier? I said the Jets would be 7-10.
Oh, wow. You gave us 7 wins. Wow.
Yeah, well, it's 2 better than last year, right?
That sounds about right.
In a rebuilding year.
Well, I don't know if it's a rebuilding year. I think it's an audition year.
Well, yeah. I said the Jets, Patriots, and the Fish will all finish 7-10. I said that each of them would be 2-4 in the division, and the Bills would be 5-1.
And
Well,
I don't really have one.
Who's
I
your
don't know.
favorite? Well, we know whose is that? Bomber loves Canelo. That's his Mexican boxer. Welcome out. Hey, what's up, Keith? Keith in the house from Broken Bell Network. Philly fan.
Yep.
We are represented by a lot of different fan bases.
You telling me he's an Eagle fan?
Yeah, I think he's an Eagle fan, and
Oh,
he's here
good.
to
He
trigger
can-
Mets.
He can come to he can
Broken
come to
Bell,
Buffalo.
don't make me bring up that the Philly Fanatic is the biggest piece of overhyped crap in baseball.
Go Super Saiyan on his ass, man.
I'd rather put that freak of nature on the endangered species. No, I'd rather make that weird-looking bird thing extinct. Where the hell is the Fanatic supposed to be?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Well, last year the Bills played the Chiefs and the 49ers during the regular season in Buffalo. They were the last Super Bowls. This year we get to play Philadelphia and Kansas City at home again, 2 Super Bowl participants. So we get to bash the Eagles and the Chiefs again, like we did the Chiefs and the 49ers last year. So, Mr. Philly guy, we can't wait till you come to Buffalo so we can destroy you.
But bring your passports because Buffalo's in Canada. Scott says, Addy, my dad was offered the DC job, the defensive coordinator job at USC in Oregon on the same day. He took the Oregon job. He had to tell me he was going to take the USC job, and I was telling everyone I worked with.
Nice. Damn.
Wow. I didn't know your dad was the DC at Oregon.
Less than me.
I know he worked at UC Davis, he said, but I didn't know he went to Oregon. Nice. Brett says, Puerto Rico has a deep history in boxing with Mexico. We respect Mexicans in that sport. Who was your favorite Mexican boxer, Brother Addy? I think he said he didn't know. He didn't have one.
Julio Chavez Jr.
Julio Caesar?
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
He had so many wins. Didn't he have like over 100 wins?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
I remember when I was a kid, he had so many wins. Scott says 2 wins and they will get almost a quarterback of their choice. There's like going to be 7 quarterbacks in the first 2 rounds taken next year. Without a doubt.
Middle of the pack. We'll probably trade up for middle of the pack. Hopefully.
Should have traded up this year.
Who?
Jets should have traded back this year.
Twice.
Yeah, and they still would have got Sanders.
Yeah.
Sanders and his dad, Dion. right, Murdoch?
That was so gratifying to watch him drop that far. I was hoping it just kept going for like the 7th round. Because if he was undrafted, then he could have signed with whatever team he wanted, which was their goal. But I was like, if someone takes him in the 7th and he doesn't have a choice, that'll be great.
Watch, he'll probably end up being a Hall of Fame player.
No way. No way. Red says, it depends on how many beers I have, Scott, with the beer and the cabbage. You're going to be a gassy mofo. Sure.
Cabbage steaks? I don't know about cabbage steaks. Like, have you ever had a meat salad, Murdoch? Like
a meat salad?
Well, if you can have a cabbage steak, you can have a meat salad.
Well, I mean, I've had salad with meats in it, like ham, stuff like that, bacon. But he never told us what a cabbage steak is.
Yeah,
explain that, sir.
You're slicing cabbage and putting it on the grill.
Yeah, is that it? Red says, lay off the fentanyl, brother DJ. We're getting 7 wins in the pump, bro.
Lay off the fentanyl.
Yeah, we were telling DJ today about drugs are bad. Okay.
Drugs
are bad.
Okay.
Drugs are bad. Don't say that to Boomer.
I watched the medicinal fried chicken episode last night, and so I love that episode.
Oh God. They were bouncing on their nuts.
Yeah. Yep.
Good.
There was like 10 episodes when I had a DVR, like a different one. I think it was in New York.
Oh, my dog's frozen.
I'm frozen?
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
You bastard.
I saved there there was so
Bird
much.
Dog's frozen. He fell asleep. Get ready for the snoring.
He's not frozen.
Frozen, DJ? DJ, your
Do you see him
cataract.
moving?
You're bugging.
Hello, Mongolians.
Mets middle finger says, don't mess with Met. Keith says, Mets are going to Mets. Like the Jets do. Whereas Jets are going to Jet. Mets are going to Mets.
You guys,
And Phillies are going to fill. They're going to flop in the first round again.
who are the Phillies?
Yeah.
Screw the Phillies.
Hey, Murdog, you were frozen there for a while.
No, I wasn't.
No,
Yeah,
he
you
wasn't.
were.
No, he certainly wasn't. He was definitely moving.
He was
DJ, how many fingers am I holding up?
one middle one.
See, he's blind as a bat.
I see two of them. Well, you were frozen on my end for a bit.
That's weird.
Let it go, let it go. Every time someone says that, I have to sing the Frozen song. Broken Bell, Keith says, LOL, no one worried about Buffalo with Mr. Josh Steinberg.
Who's Josh Steinberg?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Steinfeld.
think you meant Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Allen took her
Yeah, I
last
know.
name. Took her last name.
She's hot. What, didn't you see her? Didn't you see her in Sinners?
Sinners, no. Didn't that just come out?
Yeah.
I've seen her in plenty of other things. He was with Bilotti. Who's Bilotti? I feel like I should know that.
You think Archie Manning's gonna go number one pick?
Yes. If he comes out, yes. It's all going to depend on how he plays this year at Texas, though, now that he's the starter. But if he has a decent year, I think he would be number one overall. Keith says the Bill stands for boy. I love losing Super Bowls.
You know, they made a good point today. They said the quarterback for Indianapolis hurt his shoulder again.
Yeah.
He only played 11 games in college, and he came out.
Yep.
And he can't play. Whereas, like some of the, for instance, Bo Nix, he played 61 games in college, and he came out like ready to play.
Oh yeah.
That guy got drafted because of his body size. Ayo, no did he?
And the guy from Washington too, he played a lot of games.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, in college. So that my point being, Archie Manning there, he hasn't played diddly squat in college.
Not yet, but if he's competent in college, he will be the first pick.
Well, he hasn't been confident yet.
Oh yeah, Mets middle finger. Oh yeah.
Steak salad. Got to see one of those. Marketeer says infrared best Mexican boxer of all time is Canelo Alvarez, hands down in my opinion. Yeah, he's definitely up there. I put Yingling in my cereal, says infrared. Did I show you, DJ? Were you here for when I put up Red's breakfast?
No.
Choice?
No, I wasn't here then.
Toasted tarts.
Yingling and Pop Tarts.
1,000 milligrams per pastry. Damn, nice. Did you eat the whole thing?
Lots of carbs in that, both of those.
Darn tootin'.
Darn tootin'. Darn tootin'. McAteer says, couldn't hear till just now. Who was Addison's pick? He didn't pick one.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, boxing's cool, but I was never like, oh, he's my favorite. Like, it was whoever
Scott
was
says,
boxing.
you cut the cabbage into thick slices and roast them. They call them steaks. Obviously not meat, but they were very good.
It's like a roasted Cobb salad.
So you throw them in the oven then? My daughter's Because they make me fart.
Oh,
DJ, have you ever farted where your dog looks at you like, bro, seriously?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
always look at my dog when my dog farts. It's, damn, really? Farted tonight, and my wife looked and says, "Oh, you stink! Get out of here!"
yeah, dog farts are monsters.
Yep.
Okay, I got it. Okay, wrong one. Red says, I don't know, brother McAteer. You are from a younger generation. Julio Cesar Chavez was a silent monster, bro. That guy fought like 5 times a year. Steinberg is his agent. You mean Lee Steinberg? I thought he meant Haley Steinfeld, which was his new wife. Mike, yeah, that's where I know it. Longtime Oregon head coach Mike Bellotti. I knew that. Anthony Richardson's cheeks, true. What's that, Addy?
They got like 300 different uniform combinations or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's a different one every week. I don't know if they're allowed to wear the same uniform twice in a season. Infrared says the profile pic for Mets middle finger should get a yellow jacket from the Hall of Fame.
Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a
Max says Roberto Duran was awesome as hell, but Canelo's my favorite. Yeah, Duran, man. Hands of stone. Just changed his position already. Who are you talking about? Anthony Richardson?
probably.
Oh, great brother Mecca there. Scott Foster says, Sean, I liked Leonard, Hagler, Hearns, and Duran days. Back in those days, in like the 80s, that's when boxing was like great. Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hitman Hearns, and Roberto Duran.
Buster.
No. What?
Muhammad Ali.
He was 60s.
These guys were all in the same weight class, having wars.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson was great. Great to watch. Well, a lot of his fights were over in a minute. A lot of them didn't get out of the first round.
There it goes. Hockey pucks.
That's definitely Brother Mecca there.
You know, my favorite boxer was Afro Thunder from Ready to Rumble.
I was gonna say, what game was
Yeah. Afro Thunder.
Mine's Glass Joe.
Mine's Ali.
No, Glass Joe's from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I always felt bad for him. He get no offense. He just punch him.
Great game.
Well, I paid for my dad at UC Davis. Okay. He was talking about Richardson. Aaron Pryor, another good boxer. He was small though, like they were like featherweights, I think.
I like Chris Bird too. He was on my uncle liked him, so I watched a lot of his fights.
Wilfredo Benitez. Yeah, some good. Boxing was cool back then, but now it's UFC. Like I have no interest in boxing anymore.
Oh yeah.
I always felt that it was rigged, and even like watching like Floyd Mayweather, I couldn't stand watching his fights. I was just waiting. I was just rooting for him to get knocked out because he won he won all the time, but there was no action.
Yeah, I wanted Conor McGregor to knock him out. That would have been cool. That fight was boring.
It wasn't really a fight. It was just jab, block, run around. Jab. It was like I want to say, like there was some guys out there, win or lose, it was entertaining. Like if you ever watched an Andrew Galata fight, I think he beat Riddick Bowe once or twice. They were just like bloodbaths and knockout city. He'd get knocked down 3 times, get up, knock them down 3 times, and Andrew Galata, and then he'd like lose to somebody like a bum, and then he'd beat a heavyweight champion. It was great.
You talking about Rocky?
No, Andrew Galata.
Yeah, I know.
That guy, man. Talk about entertaining fights. Didn't you get like the Mickey Ward fights with the lower weight classes? Those things, those fights, man. Arturo Gotti fights for bloodbaths. Where it says in the 80s to 98, boxing was at its prime, similar to hip hop, rock and roll movies, everything in general. Yeah, it was like real fighting. It was good. Mucketeer says, I put cabbage, onion, kibasi, and sauerkraut in layers in a pot with butter in each layer. Cook it in a pot in the oven. Add mustard to your plate if you want it. So good. Does sound good. I don't like Mayweather either. Yeah, it was just a boring fight. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, he was technically more skilled than everybody else, but just was boring to watch. I respect his talent as a boxer, as a technician. That doesn't mean I was entertained by the fight.
It was definitely a tough watch. You knew what he was going to do. Just punch and keep walking backwards.
If you want to see the best, what are they toe to toe? If you want to see the best toe to toe ever in like the history of fighting, professional fighting, go to the UFC. Go Google or on YouTube. Don Fry versus like a Japanese wrestler, Japanese fighter or a Chinese fighter, whatever it was. He was a big guy too with yellow hair. They went toe to toe for like what I talk about for like 45 seconds, just punching each other in the face, this close to each other. Like they were right. They stood there, did not move, and just were punching each other in the face for 45 seconds. I could probably play the clip, right?
Probably.
I don't think I'd get in trouble.
Just say Japanese, not the first three letters.
Yeah, like you, DJ.
Yeah, I know.
Good Lord.
No.
Oh, damn.
You're watching the game, Mets?
Yeah. It's a
Any-
10-point game in favor of the Thunder with about under 7 to go.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. Indianapolis is just kind of hanging around.
Dropping for 3. Got it.
Don't get Mets started on the play-by-play.
Do it.
Don't do it.
That's what I mean. Indy's just hanging around.
She
All
is.
right.
Holmgren. Back to Williams. In and out.
In-N-Out burgers are great.
That's what hamburgers.
All right, you guys ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
Takayama against Stu.
Don Fry.
I've seen this. Hell yeah.
Oh, I remember this. He knocked Takayama out within, like, what, a minute?
Look at this. Look at these,
Uh-oh.
look at these guys. They are not moving. They're just punching each other. They don't.
Hell yeah. America.
You guys do know what happened to Takayama, right?
Look
What
at his
happened?
face. Looks like ground beef. Look,
What happened there?
then they get back up and they do it again.
Paralyzed from the neck down. Been paralyzed from the neck down since 2017 on a botched sunset flip bot. You know you could get in trouble for this, Murdoch.
I didn't know that. They just go at it.
Oh, it's highlights. There we go.
Wow. Just a little bit of a clip.
Just a little bit. Little teaser.
What'd you
Little
guys think?
teaser.
I thought it was cool. Who won?
Don Fry.
Yeah.
What'd you say about Takayama Mets?
Huh?
What'd you say was wrong with him?
He's been paralyzed from the neck down since 2017.
Oh, goodness gracious. Because of a fight?
No, he was in the middle of a tag match and he took a bad. He screwed up a sunset flip spot.
Oh, that's too bad.
I didn't know he became a wrestler.
He was a wrestler first. He just dabbled in pride fighting.
Kind of like Brock Lesnar.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But
Brock
Takayama was
Lesnar.
basically, but Yoshihiro Takayama was basically one of those guys who was basically like a damage sponge. I'll pull up his profile.
Do that. Do that thing.
Scott says, "Is that a blonde Japanese man?" Pretty sure it's died, but yes.
Oh, he's still alive at 58.
As a man, says Mecca there, Mayweather was a clam with peach fur. Did I keep it PG with that one? Yes, but also
Okay.
I can't really. Oh, yes. Okay, I got it.
You know the
Good job.
plant? There's a plant. It's called the something willow.
Yeah, no, I got it. Now I put the two together. Okay, clam with peach fur. Got it.
Yeah.
Good job, Mac. Good job.
But basically,
Their faces were swollen, especially
Oh yeah.
Pacific
this
Islander.
is the section right here that basically confirms he's still alive, but he's been paralyzed from the neck down.
That's the only thing I've ever seen him.
I'll
Yoshihiro
point you.
Takayama.
Close this out. 4-point game, just under 4.5 to go. Halliburton, Turner, too
Right.
strong. We got Caruso.
Yes, but Scott, Antonio Margarito too. Yeah, back in those days, man, those were great fighters, man. All those divisions. Have you listened to Don Fry on podcast recently? He's so dope. Yeah,
the bank.
he just goes on shows with his cowboy hat on, and I mean that dude would just go toe to toe with you, and just land every punch. Those two were just landing punches on each other. Hagler was always my favorite.
So was he wrestling in Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he used to until the accident.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mark Coleman was a beast.
It's a damn shame.
Haller was a strategic brawler. I loved him too. Who's Haller? Oh, Hagler. Okay. Marketer says he's learning. Good job, Marketer. That's my infrared, by the way. That's how he says Marketer. Brother Marketer. Sean needs a code breaker. From Jericho? Infrared says Trinidad versus De La Hoya was an excellent 3-banger fights too. It's so dope. Yeah. True that. Yeah, if you guys go watch that whole fight though, it's not long at all.
Oh yeah.
You've seen most of it already, but they go to the ground, get back up, and the guy was just like, I don't know if I think he might have not come out for like a round, like the second round or something like that. It was just like, I'm done. But his face was so swollen you could like barely see him.
Shit.
Wow. That was great.
Here's one I find interesting. With Takayama-san. But it's from a different wrestling promotion that no one would have heard of.
All right.
Called the UWFI, or Union of Wrestling Forces International. It was a shoot fighting company in Japan. Went belly up in 95.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither.
Never heard of it.
Well, like I said, it went belly up years ago. Basically, they treat everything like a legit fight. They had a point system within matches. I don't remember how it's set up.
Did you see? I saw something not too long ago. I don't know when this took place on Twitter, but there was two, like, bless you,
Thanks.
two
Bless
like grammar school children age, like 13, 12, whatever the 10. I don't know what they were. And kid won. One kid won. And then the other kid just went and punched him right in the face, like while they were raising the kid's hand or something like that. Or like the referee, he just punched him right in the face.
Siakam's first free throw is no good.
Yeah.
He shortchanged it.
He was mad. Let's see.
I'll just send the fight to Murdoch's Discord server. Discord.
3 minutes to go. 8-point lead for the Thunder.
And a loose ball foul on Indiana.
Think they're gonna sweep them?
I don't know about sweeping. I think they could. I think they're a lot better. They were a lot better than the Knicks and the Pacers. So
You're down
I
to
think darn tootin'. Just being honest about it.
Sent you the fight I found on Discord, Murdoch.
In the general chat?
No, in direct message yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's Dan Severin.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dan Severin's very good friends with Don Fry, too.
Be forewarned, it's less about striking the UWFI and it's more about grappling. Rather, it was.
American boxers are dead. Mexican boxers are on the come up. Rican boxers, too. They're hungry. They've always been good boxers, though. Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. They've always been really good. Especially, but they've always been good in the lower weight classes. They really aren't heavyweights. I mean, who's some big? I mean, that guy Ruiz who won a title, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, big old fat dude.
Yeah, fat dude. Like, I mean, talk about betting the farm against someone. Like, you look at the guy, you're like, this guy's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
And he wins a title. Like, wait, what? But all the smaller ones, man, they were just so good. They were like, I think it was the Juan Antonio Margarito. He had like a trilogy with someone else. I think it was another Mexican. Man, those fights were great. Scott says, "Good night, y'all. Get some sheet done before I hit the rack." Yep, about to close it out.
Oh yeah. Do the damn thing.
Pepino Cuevas. Never heard of him.
Either way. Wow. Thanks for letting me hang out, Murdoch.
Oh man, I love having you here, Addy.
Hell yeah.
Love when you pop in. Hell yeah.
Peace out, Mets. Have a good night.
Anything? You guys got anything in closing?
Go
See you
Dodgers.
later. And go Bills. And
Never.
go Yankees.
All the time.
Go Mets and Giants.
Mets, can you do your sign off without the expletive?
Goodbye and good night.
Oh yeah.
Bang. Tomorrow, 7:05, Yankees Red Sox. Be there, be square.
7:30. I'll join you after that.
All right. All right. Well, take care. Comb your hair. Peace and hair grease.
There you go.
Everyone's saying their good nights.
Peace out.
McAteer. Maybe if your family left, then maybe we'll do a little virtual
No,
reality.
I don't.
We love Addie. Hell yeah. Scott says, save me, England. Yeah, resave me. Oh, kick ass, stay fly. Uncle DJ, I'll see you tomorrow. 7:05 Yankees.
You got it. And remember, all you Jets fans out there, you're going to go 7-10 this year. not make the playoffs for the 15th straight year, but my Buffalo Bills will win the Super Bowl for the next 3 years in a row. Good night, Murdog. Sleep good.
Jesus, TJ. I would
Sleep
go
good, buddy.
See you guys tomorrow night.
See ya.
Later. Oh, we got one more comment. I was trying to say goodnight. You guys type. I'm putting it up for you. 70 straight. Yeah. Oh, God. Later, Scott. Get it correct, brother. All right. McIntyre says, boo, DJ, boo.
Oh, by
7:05.
the way, nice
Yes.
job on that field, Sean.
The field?
Yeah. He sent a picture of
Oh,
the
no.
baseball
Oh, I
diamond.
didn't see. Okay, in the chat?
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
No,
Cool.
not the chat, but on Discord.
Yeah, no, the Discord chat.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll take a look at it. All right, guys, for real this time. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. 7:05 tomorrow. Peace.
Girls with the nails done.